Hello everybody, here we are as I had a bit of a panic moment wondering where audio's coming from, but it's the players spamming chat wheel lines and that's always the issue. But here we are, I'm Gareth, joined by Trent as we get ourselves into VP versus DarkSide for the Eastern European DPC. Now Trent, VP, they've had one series, they've lost one series, but it was against BetBoom, and they didn't look atrocious. Lots of things to work on, but now they're facing against DarkSide, who's arguably the second toughest opponent in this group. Having your two big banger matches at the start, it's going to be rough for them.
Yeah, it's slightly unfortunate with the old scheduling to face number 1 and number 2, at least according to the scores so far. So tough, but you know, I'm looking at this draft screen here, Gary. Clearly, the teams must be mixed up, right? Because I'm just a casual Dota viewer, and I see that it says Virtus Pro, but then on DarkSide I see Roger and Ramses and what? Oh no! What's happening? All right, so Virtus Pro is, you know, I realize this when I see sometimes there's people who haven't maybe been tuned into Eastern Europe in a little bit, guys. Virtus Pro is kind of like the younger guns at this point. They're a less established team than many of the other rosters, and so it's maybe not necessarily surprising that they're going to be down potentially 2 series if they lose the other top dogs. But these are definitely like strong up and coming players, you know, Virtus Pro, who we still expect quite a lot from.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of being being like a Team Empire, right? They're potentially going to be those gatekeepers between tier 2 and tier 1 in CIS, but it's really the CIS shuffle. You know, that was a catchphrase for the longest time because we have these players, you know, Roger, Seneko going Na'Vi, going VP, going over here, Vegas Squadron, you know, back in the day, now going up against Virtus Pro, and it's definitely going to be spicy. We've seen quite a few drafts now. You know, all the regions are playing. We're starting to kind of figure out where the meta's sitting. Lina, it seemed, was going to be the queen of the patch or the queen of the start of the DPC, but now we're starting to see her being ignored a little bit. Nature's Prophet's become king.
Yeah, what's going on there? I don't know. I feel like that's just an us issue. At least when I'm tuning into the other regions, I feel like I'm still seeing Lina, and then I come to watch our games, and she got ignored. Just no one cares. No Lina's here, thanks. I'm a little surprised by that still. I don't know.
It's happening a little.
Going to continue.
It's happening a little bit in C as well. Kind of.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if was it Fnatic lost 2 of their first games on Lina, and they were like, okay, screw this. We're going to start playing Nature's Prophet 1 and stuff like that now. Just grab the Drow Ranger instead. So people are kind of replacing the Lina, or at least not first picking her, starting to leave her a little later on into the draft.
Well, I can tell you that Mirana, though, is still going strong. Ember, we're seeing pick up quite a bit in the bans. You know, I'm catching some of the replays and some of the live matches of the other regions, and I feel like Ember's really starting to take a bit of a slot there in that second phase of bans. I feel like I'm seeing Embers, I'm seeing Slarks, maybe some Faceless Void still, but he's definitely falling off in stock, whereas I feel like previously every single second phase ban, Faceless Void was in there because he wasn't quite good enough for first phase maybe, but no one wanted to deal with the double pick of Faceless Void plus some other decent combo in that second phase. And now my question is, Tiny Mirana picked up at the same time. Will this just be the 5 Mirana, which has, you know, been gaining some steam, or will this be that? Like, is anyone else gonna try 3 Mirana like Rezo's been playing? Because I feel like she's just a 5 or a 4. I want to stay away from the 3 Mirana, I feel.
Yeah, she's always felt weird, right? And I definitely see you know, some changes to her ags, especially both Scepter and Shard in the future, because she kind of naturally feels like she plays as a support.
What's wrong with her Shard, Gary?
A lot of her, it's just hot garbage, isn't it? What does it even bloody do? Oh, you get 1 extra leap and it shoots a projectile. It's not good.
Hey, it slows. The projectile slows, so you don't miss your arrow.
Oh, it slows. Nice.
That you're shooting from 2 feet away. Okay, it's important. No one even knows that.
I kind of put her in a similar pigeonhole to Snapfire, where a lot of your talents and, you know, scaling potential looks really good to play her as a core, but you need to itemize from the get-go. Like, you can't just halfway through be like, oh, I'm switching. You have to really lock it in place.
It's not like Dark Willow, you know. You can have whatever game you want on Dark Willow, but if the goal counts for an Aghanims, you're like, all right, here we go.
And then the Moonshard, yeah. Just needs 2 items.
I am a Death Prophet fan at this point as well, though. I definitely think that having someone who's able to push down towers feels pretty strong right now.
Yeah.
At least I talk a lot about this idea of like what can you do in 10 minutes, and I feel like Death Prophet just gives you solid direction to play around. And obviously, she suits herself pretty well into multiple lanes, either being the mid or the off lane. And I wouldn't be too surprised to see a little bit more of that 5. I know some teams have been picking it up, but it hasn't really come back in the full force yet, at least.
Yeah, and she really nicely enables this ability to poke at people. You know, we've seen this over the past year and a half or so. Not hard committing to team fights, having this kind of soft commit back and forth. You know, through vision, up and down high grounds, and she's just so tanky and so good at brute forcing and getting past that front line, allowing heroes like Ember Spirit to maybe dance around and get his damage in quite nicely. And then you add in that fact you win a team fight, you snowball it into something bigger, some kind of objective. Well, hello, Mr. Doom.
Yeah, seen him quite a bit today. The man who likes the greed, gets some gold, and presumably we have our 3, 4, and 5 at this point then. So DarkSide, they're going to save those last 2 counter picks for the position 1 and the position 2. Pretty good choices. I mean, hey, you know, Ramses, he has played some safe lane Doom in the past, so you never know. We got the flex options here potentially, but
he is
more than likely, of course.
He is a Midas buyer. Ramses,
he likes those.
Yeah. He does like the money, he does, yeah. I mean, Virtus Pro now, you've got, you know, on the flip side of the coin, you see this 3-4-5, you know, 2 supports and an offlaner. VP, flexible with the DP, and Ember Spirit, but there's 2 cores picked. Now you start to think about your supports. What do you need against Mirana Tiny? Do you oh. I was going to say, do you need saves?
Players.
All 5 cores coming out from VP. Yeah, I was going to ask, do you want saves? And I guess Slark innately gives himself a save.
Yeah, I feel like that hero's been looking pretty solid versus Doom. I mean, the hero's just good. Like I said, he's very commonly in the second phase of bans. And I think people have been kind of complaining a little bit about Slark and their pubs as well. Seems to be in a pretty good spot, which whenever Slark's in a good spot, he's pretty annoying to deal with. Because he can snowball out of control with just a couple mistakes in the lane. And with how fast-paced this patch can be at times, that can be a little bit worrisome to play against. That makes me definitely want to put the Death Prophet as a 3, though, or whatever the position 3 is, needs to hit towers very hard for Virtus Pro. And it's probably going to be the 3 DP, because it pairs really well with the Tusk. They're an excellent lane combo. And yeah, it solves the issue of Ember and Slark having relatively weak push for cores.
And there's your save. Snowball against the arrow, the avalanche toss, even someone gets doomed, you're able to potentially disengage with the help of the Tusk.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
And Slark, I mean, I guess it depends on the matchup. I know I've seen it picked a few times in South America, and I've seen it banned a few times in Southeast Asia. I heard Adam talking about it against specific matchups. If Slark sees a melee hero mid, he's like, okay, I'm going there. I'm going to dumpster that lane.
That's the dream, really. I don't know if anyone's willing to do it. At least I've got to see it yet, but it's definitely viable. I mean, we had a couple players that would always try and force that back in the day.
Yeah. I remember that we had a Slark against a Brood, we had a Slark against an Ember Spirit, and the Slark wins both of those lanes, like, hands down.
Was it Chris Luck, I want to say?
It was Chris Luck. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That was way back.
Way back. That was like TI8. It's like Hector doesn't get all the fun for once, you know?
Well, there's the money maker for Ramses.
Not surprising.
And they got sleep
Big
into
gold hero.
Yeah. Sleep into arrow is nice.
We're 10 seconds
Had a game this morning, right? Got a W, I believe, in the first game of the day, wasn't it? With the old Naga Siren before having a slightly less successful game on the Troll Warlord, which Rob was not pleased with.
Oh, really?
Well, you know, it's Troll Warlord. Is anyone pleased with Troll Warlord?
No. I mean, Lacoste and I have this, you know, running. It's not a gag. It's just pain and despair. We see Troll. Like he goes, the only hero that can pick this any form of decent here is Troll, but I don't like it. You know, it always ends with I don't like it.
It's so true, because you're like, well, you could win the lane, but then what? You know.
Radiant's up. Banning time.
It just seems to be the way that it goes here, and get rid of the Darkseer. That's pretty cool. Ban there. Could have went 5 on the Death Prophet, 3 Darkseer. There's not a lot of 5s that really ruin a Naga Siren's game either, so I guess Lesh is already banned.
Disruptor's okay? Like, Disruptor's pretty good here, actually, against Naga Mirana.
A late support pick, Disruptor's always top of the list, right? Because like you can actually kind of see if it's a good game. If they want to go core, they could potentially Timber. and do the DP5.
So then we'd have what, Slark, DP lane, Ember mid, then... I mean, it could even be a Tusk 3, right? And they're still looking for a 4? Or DP4 with a Tusk 3?
We got options.
I'm just going to list all the options. Systematically go through every single one of them.
5 seconds. 4.
I think Disruptor would be a sound ban from DarkSide. Oh, Legion Commander. See,
They're just covering like the decent offlaners, I guess.
Yeah, I just wonder if they've been scrimming against each other, and that's something that's come up. It's just against the Naga Siren, right?
Yes, yeah, 100%. It's just for the lane. I mean, same thing if they were to go Timber. I mean, statistically, the worst heroes are Timber, Underlord, and Leshrac. They have like significant advantages versus Naga Siren, which makes sense. I mean,
unless you
can understand why.
Unless you're Tundra.
Unless you're Tundra, yeah.
Oh, plenty of time for VP to think about how they want
alone.
to. Sorry?
Leave Rezo alone.
Oh. This
Leave
poor
Team
Lesh.
Secret alone.
This poor Lesh. I have plenty of time for this last pick for VP. I'm definitely curious to see if we do get that DP swapping roles coming to fruition.
The real gamer pick here is Shadow Shaman.
Shadow Shaman. Why is
Yeah,
that?
let's do like Shaman 5 because I'll be hexing and getting gold and.
Well, you have a Shaman.
I was so close.
The purple kind of troll.
Yeah. Dazzle though, that's interesting. We were blessed with a mid Dazzle earlier.
We were
in the tournament, weren't we?
Was it Nicky Cool? It was, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was Nicky Cool. Yeah. I mean, that was pretty cool. He lived up to his name in that case.
Oh yeah.
5 seconds.
Yeah. Probably just gonna be the 5 with the 3 DP and then the 4 Tusk. Benefits of Dazzle here. The Shard, I guess, is really good versus Naga Siren illusions, right? You would hex them all and you would just get the gold constantly. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's super nice.
No.
Let's get this over with.
Silencer, very good against all of these heroes. But I think
So then get Rebel Tiny.
Dazzle's... Oh, okay. See, I was going to say that if the Tiny, Tiny 4, if that's what's happening here, Dazzle's pretty good against him because Tiny wants to drag waves more often than not with boots, and you're just poison touching, chasing, and then you're still able with pretty good stat gain and pretty good attack damage to follow him between the towers, but that's not going to happen.
I think you're exactly right. I think that's why that was probably a big part of why they picked Dazzle. Because that is how they would have had to play that lane for a little bit. Like with the Slark, right? Melee versus melee, the Doom. Early levels, Doom's really weak, so Tiny's 100% just going to try and grab the wave and run. And he has 0 armor. So Dazzle kind of owns him early with every little creep hit too. It gets the Doom off to a weak start, gets your Slark off to a good start. But then they just turn the Tiny mid because the matchup's fine because they've got an Ember. So that seems like a nice play from DarkSide to go for the Silencer.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And against the Slark, there's the potential, he gets his Dark Pact off, but you've got Global and Snare. You've got so many combos, right? And Snare Arrow, you've got Global Doom as this kind of double whammy. Like how many dispels do we need from VP in this game? There's so many things to be incredibly annoying.
Yeah, fighting into the global is going to be very obnoxious because that is a bit of a classic pub counter pick going Silencer versus Dazzle. It's like, oh, they can't grave, but I think that the Virtus Pro lineup actually looks really strong to me. I feel like DarkSide needs to have a good game at a Rebel or their game is hard. Whereas I feel like Virtus Pro just need like a little bit. Like if they just play like averagely around their exorcisms and just have a couple early plays from this Tusk, like they have Tusk Initiation in combination with the Ember Spirit, it looks pretty strong to me. I feel like they have the better lineup to win this game.
Yeah, it's kind of a curious one for me because usually I'd lean on saying, hey, the 4 members of DarkSide that aren't the Naga Siren run around, do crazy shit. And Naga is, that ultimatum, right? It is the backup plan of all backup plans. 30 minutes in, she's going to have a ton of items and really irritate people. But the fact that VP started with this triple core just looks really good.
All right, get ready.
Slark and Ember Spirit able to scale very well, and if they come out the lanes even or with a slight lead, they could snowball this game. I've just got to.
I'm liking it.
You forgot to remind me about about the in-game mic. It's all your fault.
Apologies, my bad, my fault. As always,
I have the play-by-play caster brainworms. I forget every single time. Yeah, Lacosta's taken it upon himself to be my carer 24/7 when we're at LAN events.
I know the life.
To make sure I'm fine. But yeah, game 1, best of 3. VP with a lot to prove with this with this new roster, sorry. Krill out already looking for any vision that's been placed down by DarkSide. And DarkSide, a lot of household names under their banner, wanting to continue their streak, right? Because they've got two victories on the trot, I believe.
Household names? Streaks? Are you talking about EGB? Because, I mean, that's a household name in the Dota sphere. And, you know, you can go on yourselves a good old winning streak there, Gary. In fact, you know, you might be able to go on a winning streak with some giveaways.
Oh.
Because by every 30 minutes, they actually do a giveaway on EGB.
All right,
Did you know that?
let's
To
play this.
participate,
Nice.
you need to place one bet of $1 or more per day and click the Take Part button. Boom. Lots of promotions on the site there as well, and bonus programs, and a welcome bonus up to $600 on the first deposit. So thank you, EGB, for supporting the Eastern European DPC as we get into our first match of this series.
Oh, why, thank you. Tremendous amount of information there. A factual packet of knowledge from Trent.
What can I say? You know?
Glorious. Which of these lanes is gonna get first blood? None
I'm gonna go
of
with a
them.
solid old. Yeah, nobody dies. 6 minutes in. It's been slow. It's not just us. You know, I watch these other regions. Couple of snoozers in laning stage. It reminds me of when I started playing Dota, at least back in like 2013, 2012, where I feel like watching the mid's actually okay again. I feel like you can just kind of watch the mid lane, and it's sort of an interesting lane once more, which was something that we were missing for like 5 or 6 years, where, you know, oh, you're just getting this rune, or oh, you're just farming the small camp, and all these issues kept propping up, and like, oh, it's 2v2 mid. I feel like the side laners aren't just dying constantly, and the mid lanes, you know, you have a chance to actually monitor how they play the creeps.
Yeah, and 6 minutes in, they'll be level 6, so equally as likely to get first blood in the 1v1 between the two of them.
It's beautiful. Dota's back, guys.
Oh, yes. The real stuff. And Krillat taking a beating bottom. This level 1 Starstorm. Roger made sure that he got the double hit. Keep DK Focus farming away. Scorched Earth level 1, closing in on level 2, so he'll have that Devour ready to himself. Is there any particular creep you want down here? I guess the Ice Armor is always going to be nice, but a good pounce. Poison Touch is going, and Roger dropping quickly. Bottom lane. That's where we get first blood.
Yeah, that was nice. Catching them when you have level 2 and they're stuck at level 1, and we're like, you got nothing on Mirana. Like, you're just dead.
Oh, what?
Right?
Top lane, Seneko. Gets the Fairy Fire off, but they've got shards on Seosh's Tusk. Ramsey's kept happily farming. And both side lanes losing their support pretty early on. 2-0 lead for VP.
Yeah, they don't have great tools versus the illusion spam up top, do they? Yeah, they kind of just gotta like click them down. You know, you got Crypt Swarm and shards, but you can't really burn that every single time. It's not really that sustainable. Plus, then you're just like pushing the wave into a bad spot. So,
Spending mana on illusions always feels bad in the first like 10-15 minutes.
yeah,
I wonder-
especially when it costs more to cast your spell than it does for him to cast the illusions. So,
Yeah. 70 mana cost on Mirror Image. On to Carlis. Interesting spot. Dire Sentry and Observer Ward. Hang on, what's that sentry for? And bottom... It's not blocking the camp, it's just out there. Maybe they found
Which one,
something with it. Down in the bottom jungle, there's a sentry on high ground, where the ward
Yep.
spot is. And there's another Dire Sentry further
this
down.
one?
Yeah.
oh, that was probably the Doom making sure it wasn't blocked. He thought they were gonna body block it so he can eat it. Yeah.
I see. Clever, clever.
Maybe even the Roger might have done it too, so he can arrow it. If they're real gamers,
Ooh.
you know, eat one creep, arrow the other from a distance.
Yeah, see, that's why you're the analyst. I was struggling there. That's clever. Make sure they've got that.
It's okay. You found the only thing I know about, and that's wards. You know, it's my jam.
Yeah, I've seen that ward before, but usually it's against, you know, a Chen a year ago when
Yeah.
when you'd have that high ground ward to watch the Chen. But no, yeah, spot on. Make sure he's got access to that camp. Right now he has a break passive from one of the... Oh, is it one of the Vools? No, who has the break? One of the Gnolls, the Trolls? The old
Yeah, I forget what their names are. The Hill Troll Berserker,
Hill
to be
Troll
precise.
Oh, there he is, yeah. I guess the
I will
Vools have the
say-
poison.
These couriers aren't supposed to live versus Mirana, but you know, Roger still has 3 leaps. Like this next courier better die for Slark. I feel like Mirana's the best hero in the game at dealing with these couriers. When you have that specific ward, Like, surely Slark doesn't get these boots and raindrops, right?
Surely.
Rolling stone.
Surely.
Maybe I'm just crazy. I feel like it's so free with Mirana. Yeah, like literally he's just gonna leap and kill this.
Hello.
Like Mirana owns. It's so funny. Like it actually, I love that ward. I think it's so underutilized.
Like 700 gold down the
yeah,
drain.
it's just insane. And it's so free.
Oh, wonderful. And now getting the wave dragged across. Roger's going to get touched down by the poison of Ducalis. Even pulled into the small camp, but there's only one creep there. Or does he get the pull through? No.
Not quite.
Not happening. While top lane, Ramses, he's now being pressured. Seneko went back to try and figure out what was happening with his camp, and with the Crypt Swarm there, noticed will kill off the Naga Siren. While I saw Tiny's HP dropping very low. Looks like he's losing out in this battle mid against Ember.
Yeah, things were going really well earlier, but he's being driven all the way back right now. Empty bottle, and I mean, it's not like the Naga's gonna TP mid, unfortunately, so it's not that good of a friend. You're gonna be running all the way back home.
Where's my refills? Please.
Snako got some much needed XP though, I will say, up top when Ramses went down, because he was level 2 when Ramses died there. They had like double level 4 heroes on the side. Oh, sorry, it was 4 and level 3 for Sage there, but very hard for Ramses to deal with the 2 points Crypt Swarm and 2 points Spirit Siphon if Silencer isn't able to contribute much.
You're having fun there, Mr. Doom. Casting the tornado. Just standing there AFK. Nothing gets done. It looked like VP wanted to step forward, march towards the Mirana, but she's got the 3 leaps. While top lane, Seneko slips away. Ramsey's getting snowballed upon, though. And with this DP having 2 points in the Swarm and the Siphon, it brings him low. But the Naga will survive. Now, a bit of a turn from Seneko. Yeah, Sayush waiting in the trees, making sure that the DP won't die either. But this is now a signal for Ramses, it looks like, to get back into the jungle.
The ward, though? The ward?
Oh, you're
it's
right.
Always going?
Oh, here comes Tusk. Can you find it? He's wrapping round. He sees the Naga now. That's perfect. Can't even get off the mirror image. Tried it.
Getting warmed up.
Yo.
Yeah, rare.
That's actually so sick.
Rare observer ward. Perfect for watching Naga.
Level from that.
Oh, Krillat nearly had Roger with the pounce. There weren't any leaps remaining. Didn't want to continue as the poison touch started to wear off. But it's all action-packed, and it's all going the way of VP.
Yeah, I think that their drafts already looked great, even if things were sort of even at this point. Surely, you know, they should be winning the top lane. It's a position 5 silencer, and it's DP Tusk, a very strong duo in the current meta, so it makes sense that they're doing really well. But if they're able to make those moves that you would expect with a DP with the exorcism at like level, I don't know, 7, 8. I don't think you have to do it like instantly at 6 or whatever and just like pop the ulti, but I feel pretty good about this right now. Squadix is actually coming up here as Sancer has just left.
Yeah.
So they do want to pop the exorcism then.
I mean,
it's the only thing I can imagine.
Yeah, 7 minutes in, this Squadix Ember Spirit, 40 and 11.
Oh, they know. They know.
Oh, Naga. Ramses, the slight. No chains here. Just going to be the shards and the snowball to come. Follow down the Naga Siren. And Ramses trying to get away. He's pretty quick on his feet, but there's far too much damage to contend with.
And he takes exorcism unnoticed as well. Takes the point and says, yeah, let's go. You know, Silencer TP'd mid. Naga Siren's dead. Oh, this ward just... What a wasted ward, too, in that top lane for...
Oh,
for
that one?
DarkSide,
Yeah.
You know? It's just like, yeah, we saw what they were doing and we still died. But my Naga's still 0-3-0 with a lane ward.
I still can't believe this Tiny is like... He was being doubled up on by the Ember Spirit. I feel like that's not meant to happen, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. It was going better.
Because the Ember was like 40 and 11 when he made that rotation top, and the Tiny was like 22 and 10. So there was like a 20 last hit gap. What's the net worth difference between them? It's about 1,000. That's pretty substantial. And Rail's trying to kill off Sayush here, but Squadix. And now the snowball. TP coming in from the DP. And Roger out of leaps now. They've got the shards in onto Rail's Tiny. Down he goes. From bad to worse.
And my one condition for a good game for DarkSide was that Rebel needs to have a good game. Oof. Like, he is the only way that they win this, in my opinion. Is that he needs to be popping off, because it's this idea of like, what are the 4 heroes going to do while Naga farms? And Tiny is the catalyst. He's the one that makes that work. Doom's building a Midas because it's a Doom, and that's what he's supposed to do. But he's not going to be very helpful early. And unless Mirana's just going to raw arrow everybody, you're going to have a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, this Tiny just has to channel his inner Dark Margo, honestly. You know, the amount of times we've seen, Thunder in the past play this kind of style with Pakaz on the kind of Naga-esque hero as TA usually. And Tiny's just running around, getting an 8-9 minute blink. But this time around, Tiny's gone, the scanning top for the Naga?
Yeah, they hit. And he hit him with the slide too, but...
He's TP'd. Bottom lane, DK Fogas is okay. Oh, the Naga went home.
Yeah, he kind of panic TP'd home. Because he had lots of mana and HP.
Okay, here comes
a waste there.
Here comes Tiny's first real move. Starts off on the Tusk. They've got the chain stun thanks to Arrow, but this tanky Tusk, level 5 with raindrops and 1 charges. He'll delay his death for as long as possible, but there's no reaction coming from the rest of VP. Looks like they're pretty content just to spread the map and continue farming.
Sir, it's back. It's back.
What's back?
Oh, I just clicked Slark. I clicked the Slark. It's back.
Oh,
we're back.
Wait, it was Yatoro, right, doing this?
I think it was China, wasn't it?
Was it China first? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was China. It was like China pubs.
I remember popping into... It was the Bet Boom Christmas special. I can't remember what the exact name was, sorry.
Did they pull it out there?
They did, yeah. And someone in chat was telling me that it was Yatoro, and there was another CIS player that was doing it as well, but my memory...
I mean, I know like before TI-11. Like,
okay.
It was like 3 or 4 months before TI-11. It was a ways back. It was one of the DPC seasons where we're all gushing about China Slark Radiance.
Interesting.
So this is pretty funny. I mean, is it a good game for it? Versus the Naga Siren, obviously, it's pretty crazy. If you can get there. But is it necessary with how fast your team can play and the pacing of where you want to go? Like, should you just be getting regular good Slark items?
Now, he's against the Doom, so I'm going to say yes, Radiant's very good.
That's a good point. Yeah. That works still.
It does. Toss up with the arrow. Catch out the Death Prophet. Mech comes in, but the Starstorm damage will clear her out. Moonlight Shadow from Rogers there as well, while Ember Spirit doomed up. Can't cast any spells, but they'll just give the clicks to DK Fogas and get a 2-for-1 trade under their own tier 1. Still no towers taken by DarkSide, and still no momentum to really build upon.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they had to use both Global and Doom, but if they didn't use the Global when they did, there was a snowball angle that potentially could have provided a save for that Death Prophet. If he was able to find some vision with an Ice Shard, so that's likely for the best. But now you're just in a situation where you don't have a whole lot to work with for a while. And look how fearless they are about Rebel. He just does not care. This is the 4, just chasing down the mid-hero.
Yeah, they saw he used Avalanche on the creeps. And now a good silence from the Death Prophet makes short work of him. Squadix. Spectacular early laning stage now, 12 minutes in, 4-0-0, top of the net worth, closing in on 6k. This Maelstrom Radiance timing is going to click into place beautifully for VP.
And of course, the issue becomes Ramses is found out here. That'd be a tough grab, though. The issue becomes the fact that it's a Slark on the side of VP. So if you're trying to find these kills and get an advantage over Virtus Pro, that's going to be hard to do because Slark gamers will find all your wards. So you're going to try be a bit sneakier where you're placing them down.
Yeah, that vision vitally important to heroes like Tiny who need that blink initiation sneakily onto a target that they desire. Like Doom, similar story, but he's not going blink actually yet. Midas BKB for DK Fogas are looking just for that kiting potential, survivability it brings.
Yeah, he's just going to have to hope that Rebel gets his Blink Dagger, starts a fight, and then I think he's going to try and piggyback off a Global for a good Doom. Like, if the Ember ever jumps in, then Global pops, you try and get the Doom off then, I think.
They see the Slark. Krillat, he used his Dark Pact already. Shadow Dancer's ready, but the Avalanche toss, arrow in, and Slark gets his ulti out and barely survived the Starstorm. Dark Pact now to get rid of the Arcane Curse, and he pounce leashes up Suneko. Roger with another leap should be able to kill him off eventually. Take a little while, but Krillat dies. +2 for Suneko finally.
Nice play to stop that pounce from getting anywhere. Kind of got in the way of that attempted hop away there to force the leash.
Oh, now down bottom. Couple of kills in a row for DarkSide here. Ducalis In the trees. Oh, he's being guarded by the Ember Spirit. Looks like Roger was too afraid with Doom and Silencer coming in a little bit too late.
Oh, they have a sentry.
They do. And they're baiting around it.
A lot of vision here.
And DarkSide give up for now.
Dire are scanning.
Dire even scanning their own Ancients area. Like, DarkSide are playing with so much fear. You pointed out the Tusk fearless, running at people. When does this change? You know, when does DarkSide actually get a bit of courage?
They're probably gonna have to wait for their Blink Dagger on Tiny and their eventual like turnaround play, you know, where it's like oh, what happened? Yeah, admin's on it. I love that. This idea of like we get the Blink Dagger and either we smoke in and we just happen to find something good because we're probably not gonna have good vision, or it's the side that Virtus Pro gets the Radiance on Slark and starts pushing onto Dire territory, and then they find out good turnaround play off of that.
Man, I got so worried. It was the Tiny that disconnected, and you know that bug? I had Tusk selected, and I clicked on Tiny. I was like, 800 gold.
Oh yeah, you saw his gold.
Yeah, I was like, wait, where's? Then I clicked on Tiny's courier. I looked for his blink, and I was like, wait a second, what? Yeah, it's just a bug. He's got.
Yeah, same thing happened to me too.
He's got 100 gold left to go.
I saw he only had 1,500 gold when I clicked him, and I was like, I thought he just had 1,500 gold like minutes ago.
Yeah.
Like, what a kill! Like, what's going on?
But did
So,
you had,
we're almost there.
You had Ember selected, I guess, or someone.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ember, Maelstrom delivered. They'll have Greaves soon on Noticed. They're just gonna be massive. Ducalis Shard gonna be here like bang on 15 minutes pretty much.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good timing. That Hex is very difficult to deal with.
Hey, it's
It
incredibly annoying.
originally was Shadow Wave, right? When they first introduced it. Am I crazy? And then they changed it to the Poison Touch? I might be crazy.
Don't remember that.
I'm just gonna pretend I'm crazy. Never mind. It was
Okay.
definitely just poison. We'll go with that.
No more from me.
But it is really funny to watch Dazzle Hex people. I'm a big fan of the Shard.
Did he have a shard before that? Because I remember when his Aghanim Scepter was like Dispel and more Shadow Wave stuff.
Bring back Weave.
Oh man. What did that used to give you, like 40 bonus armor at the end of the duration?
Yeah,
or
and
something?
minus if it was on an enemy.
Yeah,
And vision in the AoE. Oh, good times.
big old circle. It was one of my favorite spells to fake cast, you know, pump cast. Like Requiem from SF, Zeus,
Oh yeah.
Thunder God's Wrath, and then Weave, because you're just like bouncing around. Chaotic Offering, though, is the best, without a shadow of a doubt. You drop the base several times.
Oh, that's right. The old Shard was he would attack the 3 closest enemies.
Wait, what?
Because then we had the attack Dazzle with the Deso.
Oh my
that was funny.
god.
And whenever you cast a spell.
Oh my
they
god,
had the
yeah.
cooldown. That was a good one. Yeah, that was good.
Oh wow, that's just unlocked like deep hidden synapses of memories in my.
Because it was his eggs, and then they made it
Oh.
a Shard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Good times. Dazzle went through some changes.
Man, Dota is just such a funny game. Like, I don't know. It's just imagine another sport or another game. It's just a Dazzle. It's fine.
Dude, we do need to patch hockey. It's true.
Ooh. Are they gonna get the Tiny? He's TP'd out. Good global, make sure there are no stuns. But yeah, imagine they patch hockey or basketball or football or tennis or something. It's like, now the ball is a porcupine. And now you have to kick it into one of those Quidditch hoops 5 kilometers in the air. That's basically what Dota patches do. They just fuck stuff up real bad.
I mean, everyone knows the Queen is really OP, guys. Chess needs a big patch.
Wait, what's up with that en passant bullshit, honestly?
Yeah, come on now. Clearly, Ice Frog is no longer working on chess. All right, the second they added that, I knew. I love that though. Anytime you have a Hex versus Naga Siren, it's actually so much gold for support. To you core players, it might not feel like much out there, but you know, I'm playing Lion or something, and I'm just like sucking away on those illusions, hexing them up, whatever I got to do.
How much do you get? They're like 10 each or something?
I think it's like 20.
Yeah,
It's significant.
That was my gut reaction. Was like, I think it's 25, but then I was like, that's
I know, but
that's
that
a
sounds
lot.
like too much.
That sounds like too much. So then I halved it. Just asking, was it 10? Oh, if it's 20, that's good stuff. Well, Ramses, he's got Manta Song, so he's perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's 24. Look at
Wow.
that. Oh. Yeah, it's a lot of gold.
That's big money. DarkSide desperate to hold onto their own jungle as the invading forces of VP were coming. And they even
It should just be
scanned.
a percent of her net worth.
Oh my god, don't do that. Oh, yeah. As if support life isn't easy enough as it is.
So this is the time they've been waiting for, everybody. They have themselves the Radiance. They have Dazzle Shard. They have the Greaves. Everything is clicked into place, and this is the fight that determines if DarkSide can win this game. It is a Roche fight. They have a Naga Siren, and they are not contesting.
Are they? Not? No? Okay. Just an arrow and an arcane curse and then ran away.
So they're going to try and go for their fight with the Blink BKB Doom instead. Ideally, you try and hold your tier 2s through this Aegis, but it's going to require some sort of a bad push, I would guess, from Virtus Pro. I think if Virtus Pro is just coordinated, they're pretty much guaranteed to get a tier 2. The best you can do as DarkSide is hopefully get a lot of gold in other parts of the map. As you can see, the circles coming out right now from SquadX. He's just saying, let's go play top. Get the vision. Let's just go up there, do our thing, get that tier 2 tower.
Kill Seneko.
And kill Seneko.
Yeah, they need someone
And
with
he
some...
is staying really close.
Yeah, he's got a couple of observers. One gets removed now. Still has this one on the high ground. A lot of pings there from VP. They saw the Tiny TP in. They're just diving the Silencer, who globals immediately. Tiny with a combo, but he brings both cores to about half HP. And Krillat, having Aegis, is pretty happy with how things have transpired so far. Just reset back on the high ground. Ember can regen, fill his bottle, return to fight. And they know there's no global for the next one.
I wish they had a smoke right now for Dire, though, because they just got the Blink to deliver DK Focus. But maybe... Oh, here we go. Oh. He doesn't have the War Stomp, though. He needs to find a Centaur.
Oh. Are there any? Empty camp. Empty camp. All the camps are empty because you've got a Naga on your team.
Ah, he stacked it.
Who stacked
Bless.
what? Oh, nice.
Doom, he stacked the camp that he was at. He got a Centaur.
That's very fortunate. This is where Ramsey starts to come into his own. The funny thing is, it feels like VP are starting to run away with this, and their momentum's building, but it's a it's a mild net worth lead for DarkSide right now because of the wave cutting of this Naga, pushing out bottom lane. So you need these towers to fall. Tier 2 top being defended, though, by 3 members of DarkSide right now. 4, in fact.
And it's a Midas Devour Doom, you know, like that. The gold's a little inflated, for sure, on the side of the Dire versus how much power they actually have.
True.
But overall, they're doing a great job. They're defending these tier 2s, which, like I said, is going to be hard with how they're playing into this. And they're ready. Doom is ready for his big fight. They're going to bait out Rebel. They don't want to Doom the Aegis, obviously. Oh, and the Orchid's ready from Naga. Okay. Virtus Pro, you got your timing, you got your Aegis, but you got to win this fight. You got to get something out of this Aegis, or this is where the problems begin.
Where is the real Ramses? Hiding down in the bottom trees. 3 of VP smoked for another 5 or 6 seconds. He's even sending illusions to kind of scout in behind, clear out jungle camps in front, and they don't find him.
Got it.
Completely dodged, and he still sticks around to farm down bottom as well. See, this is where things, even with the lead and even with what we've said, you know, post-draft and during the laning phase, things get a little hairy for VP because you know that DarkSide are incredibly experienced. You know they've got the shot callers, and you know they've got that ability to kind of drag out games and hold on, play the macro style with a Naga Siren and just win through, you know, attrition. You're going to get cut a million times, and if you don't strike hard right now, while you've got this Aegis for 2 minutes, the game's going to fall pretty quickly out of your fingers. They do get the Blink Stomp. DK Fogas getting away from the grasp of Tusk. The arrow slides in between him and Slark. And Ramsey's being burnt and tickled by the Radiance. Snowball, but they have a toss. The Tiny's in onto the 2 of them with a global. SquadX BKBs. Krillat, what can you do with this Aegis? He's trying to just man up and fight DK Fogas, but he's losing this battle. DarkSide, they've not lost anyone, but that's a victory. They've made sure they didn't lose this Aegis fight. They've made sure no objectives are taken by VP. It's just all a big time waste.
Well, now there's a minute and 10 seconds, though, where they don't have Doom or Global. So this could be a good window for Virtus Pro if they want to push right now. You can see the pings again. They say, we have to go top. The wave is there. We need to go now before Naga pushes this back out. Yes, we're going to lose territory elsewhere on the map, but this is our chance to get a tier 2 and a free pick on the Roger, who goes into the wrong... There's no way. There's no way you're allowed to live here.
Oi, come down. You're not allowed up there. Oh god, he's surviving. And Tiny with the Naga here. They bring down the Tusk and the Aegis. Slark will respawn, and the rest of DarkSide have retreated. But yeah, this is now 2 heroes stranded top, not able to push the tier 2 because the Doom and the Silencer both rallying around this tower to make sure Noticed and Squadix can't get anything. Oh wait, bottom lane again. They got a grave on Slark, but he's being stunned under the Shadow Dance. Still surviving, but an incredibly scary scenario there for VP. Ramsey Song, so him, the Tiny, and the Mirana can all retreat. DarkSide playing out of their minds this past minute and a half just to shut down any chances VP had. But VP also kind of falling for it.
Yeah, I'd be pretty frustrated if, like, you could see DP and Ember are up top. They're pinging. They're like, I want this tower. I want this tower now while we have Aegis. While there's no Doom. While there's no Global. But they almost get Roger, and then it gets dragged down, and then he sticks around. And they're still just trying to get in here. Man, DarkSide doing such a job of holding this part of the map.
Coin for me.
Slark even pouncing up there as well. Yeah, you've got some.
All right,
got some
here
pest,
we go.
pest problems though. Just watch the Naga illusions.
And this all comes back to the Slark's item choice, I think, too, right? Like, the idea of the Radiance. Like, yes, you were able to find the space for the Radiance because of what happened, but could you have progressed the game to a further state if you'd gone something more aggressive?
Because
You know, like
right now, he's a Slark role-playing as an Alchemist, role-playing as an old Naga Siren. he's going Raddy Manta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm a big fan of the item build. I do love my my Raddy Manta, but usually in turbo games where I can get away with literally anything.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
We'll see how it plays out here. You know, later on, definitely could see the strength of it as he split pushes as the Slark.
And in the end, they did get the tier 2, and there wasn't one taken from DarkSide, so they're still up on that thanks to, in large part, the help of that Aegis and the map control it gave them.
Ooh.
Oh, Squadix, yeah, that was a bit spooky. All right, give me that YOLO arrow, Roger. Oh, he's not going to chuck one.
Were they smoked as well? It was just Moonlight Shadow. Okay. And that sentry saw them.
I think it was Moonlight, yeah.
I was wondering if Seneca was trying to...
They are smoked on VP, though, as they approach from the rear.
Oh, goodness. And they've got double observer wards on high ground. Squadix just has to make sure he presses BKB. That's his... Oh, yeah, look at him. His only job is to press BKB and run in like that. Silencer being targeted off to the right-hand side, but the Tiny, the big target, blown up and taken down by Krillat. And DK Fogus trying to TP home with his BKB, successfully gets away. But incredible move there from VP, coming all the way behind them. Can they get the Naga? That's real Ramses. Sayosh, I think, has just punched an illusion or a creep or something. And Ramses silences him with the Orchid. Krillat not giving up, but also not landing his pounce. A little unfortunate.
But doesn't get arrowed, so you know.
Small victories.
Oh, jeez. I wasn't even thinking about the shard yet. This item, I hate this shard. It is so good.
Who?
The Slark shard.
Oh, the Depth Shroud.
Shroud. I can't stand playing versus this thing, man.
Yeah.
It's so irritating.
Yeah,
it's just like as if his ulti wasn't annoying enough already.
Just untargetable. I mean, what do they got that can go into it? Like Avalanche? The AoE Doom if the Doom gets the Ags.
Yeah, they got like arrows and stuff. That's the real Naga Siren, by the way.
That is. He's pretty tanky with the heart, though. Managing to get off his Manta style before the rest of VP collapsed on him.
Almighty money.
It doesn't look like DarkSide want to entertain a fight down at a bottom tier 1. The most useless tower on the map.
Krillat on the hunt.
Hello, Seneca. If you miss this pounce, though, buddy, there'll be words.
He doesn't want to risk it.
No. I think he's missed his last 4. He's had some difficulties. He needs to bind that free movement command. Good snowball, nice. But nicer song. Both of them held in place. And Ramses gets to his high ground again. And now all eyes back on that Roche pit. Just under 2 minutes until he's respawned. A little bit of time here for Ramses to finish off his Bloodthorn.
Of course, they do have the Lotus Orb there as well, unnoticed. So clearly something that you're gonna want anytime you're playing versus a Doom, and giving some considerations DK Focus before he pops anything, throws anything down, and then the Lincoln's being worked on by Squadix. So big improvements defensively coming soon for Virtus Pro.
Oh, nice.
But a fight could be coming soon here. This is a songless Naga right now.
Yeah, and he's been scouted out. Pounced upon, silenced and stunned, he's dead. Ramsey's gone for 50. The Tiny's tried to backstab the Dazzle, but the Grave and the heal saves up to Carlos. And both of your heavy-hitting cores are dead. And Notice just tipping Roger as the arrow landed at the tail end of that team fight. Fortunately for DarkSide, everyone will be respawning when Roshan's back up, but it's damage control now. How much of the map can VP claim for themselves?
I was gonna say earlier that Rebel had done a pretty good job of recovering in this game. I felt like, considering the passiveness, like there's 5 kills on his entire team, and he still managed to get to 10k as like the mid Tiny who is very reliant on kills when you have a Naga Siren sucking up all the farm in your game. He was doing a pretty good job, but unfortunately, every death is just making it more and more painful here.
Yeah,
perhaps one day he can dream of the eggs.
And yeah, that's the thing, right? He needs physical damage. This magic just isn't working out. Tanky Slark, BKB Flame Guard, Ember Spirit, Dazzle with Graves. They'll take that top outpost just before 30 minutes. With Roshan alive, DarkSide, the ones to smoke behind Ramses. They've got everything ready again, it looks like, outside of the Moonlight Shadow. They might come into contact with Noticed. Scouting DP with the illusions. They see the Ember as well, potentially. And that's the jump from DK Fogas. Gets the Doom and the arrow in. The snowball was there, but the global over the top. The buying of time by Seyush still leaves Noticed dead to rise. They do get a trade with Squad is killing off Seneko and the Tusk. Grave for a second. A Slark jumps in, but Ramses now is his chance to open up and launch the damage towards this VP side. Krillat and Squadex fighting Roger, but the leaps are now the song. Resets everything. The buyback from Dazzle looks like it will come to nothing. Ramses doesn't have a TP. You're right. And looks like Roger...
He's burning it down.
Oh my god. He's fine, right?
Don't move.
Sleight of fist. Just sleight of fist the jungle. Kill the trees. He uses Moonlight Shadow just to get away.
Oh, they have a ward.
Where's the
too.
gem? The Dazzle had a gem. Where is it? Did someone nick it?
Roger!
Oh my god.
He can't get home.
He's stuck.
What was that movie? Homeward Bound?
Oh my goodness.
This is just Roger. He's just a lost kitten. He just wants to go home.
Which one? I remember watching there's like 7 of them. I remember watching the first like 4 on Laserdisc. Do you remember when Laserdiscs existed?
We only rocked the VHS in my house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we weren't that cool.
I think it was when we moved to Southeast Asia, Laserdisc like just got released. So my dad was like, "Oh yeah, technology."
Laserdisc. Yeah.
And then 6 months later, they were just, CDs and DVDs existed.
Well, we got the shard picked up here, handed over to Squadix, since Krillat's already purchased his own, and the Aegis will remain on the Slark. So, in the end, what happened? They managed to get the Doom off. Notice didn't get any of his items off. I don't think he got, he definitely didn't get the Greaves off, which obviously could have been quite huge. And do we have a self-dispel? We still don't have a self-dispel on Seyush, so that is really hurting them. When do we get the neutral items that can do that? That's not until tier 4, right? Yeah.
Like Flicker and stuff?
Yeah, Flicker and Witchbane, right?
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I always forget about that one, the purge on it. Oh, Ramses. Song's ready in 2 seconds, so worst comes to worst, he pops that and gets out. Losing Seneko again always feels bad, though.
They missed the gem on him, though. Roger came in and got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They're setting up for something. Roger's baiting real hard right now. Oh my god. Look at me! I'm a mirror.
But he actually gets hit. Is it a good bait
hang
anymore?
on. Is he bait? His team isn't actually using the bait.
Bro, go away. It's like when you're playing hide and seek or whatever, people just keep jumping into your hole. It's like, no, I'm hiding here, man. Go somewhere else.
This cupboard's only big enough for the two of us. Can't add a third one in here. I really thought that was like a big brain move with Roger baiting for the other two. But I guess when they realized there's more than just the slog, not a great
And an
fight.
Aegis.
Yeah.
It's, although, to be fair, he has Octarine, so, like, if they gotta stomp Doom out there, you know, maybe Naga pushes the waves enough. Maybe it's actually worth it to kill the Aegis.
Okay.
Just they don't have a coming high ground. He keeps dying, Gary.
Yeah, Seneko, it's time to play like DDC did back in 2013. Sit in the fountain and press your ulti button. Don't go out the base, because you're a silencer position 5.
Just pretend you're an Arc Warden with a rapier, and the consequences are just as great.
Yeah. Pretty much.
You know, not
You need that
back
global.
in the day. Just to be clear, I saw someone try that the other day in one of my Overwatch cases. So let me be very clear.
Wait,
that
what?
does not work anymore.
They tried to play Arc Warden Rapier Boots of Travel.
He tried to buy rapier in the fountain. I'm not even joking.
Oh dear.
And he
Oh,
got reported. Can you believe that?
yeah, Cam.
Yeah, I hate to break it. He actually was. He was just really bad. I'm sorry to whoever reported him. He wasn't intentionally griefing. He was legit just terrible. Or,
Sad.
sorry, was having a bad day. Because you know what? We all have bad games, guys. It's okay.
Well, yeah, he's just a little bit ignorant, right? He'd not
Yeah.
caught up on the past 4 years of patch notes. It's not difficult to do. You know, you take a bit of an extended break, you come back, and all of a sudden, it's like we were saying before, all the rules have changed.
yeah.
Why is Roshan up here now instead of down here where he used to be?
I have been waiting all game for this time, though. The Basher comes out. Unfortunately, because of the Radiance being the build this time, the Basher is a little bit later in the game, and we have a Butterfly on Ramses, so that is very helpful. Considering how badly I feel like they need this bash. If they want to win an unsuspected fight, where, you know, it feels like they have to, like, sort of force a fight, force the song, and then go for a second fight right now. But if you can get that one lucky bash, it might be enough to just break Ramses right there, right now. And he does not have buyback for a very long time on Ramses. That is 2,000 gold he needs to farm up. I say a very long time. You know, I guess it's really not that long when you see Ramses getting gold.
Ooh!
Nice.
Oh.
Big saves.
Away we go. He knew that was coming as well. The Ember Spirit was like remnanting 20 seconds ago and he blinked deeper in the trees. Good hunting by VP, but not paying off as they had liked. Have they done enough with this Aegis? All the tier 2s are down.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like, wait for next Roshan, go high ground kind of deal.
It does feel like they're progressing very well on all three of their cores, whereas we really only have one core who's got much left to grow on. DK Focus will have an eventual Aghanim / Refresher, which is pretty nice. Looks like he's going for the Ags first.
Oh, hello.
Here we go, though.
Straight up catch on Roger. That's a DD Rune Ember Spirit, though, all the way in towards DK Fogus and Ramses. Seneko TPing. He's out of there, as is the Doom, but we might not have the same spot for Ramses. He's been forced to song. Shards come. Sayers can't get in there with a snowball. It's too far away, so yeah. Everybody except the Tiny, whose TP is on cooldown, is back to base.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Got it.
Man, those illusions get so much gold later. They're up to 40 gold now.
Whoa.
It's actually so ridiculous, because it's 2x level.
They've caught out the
Important
Tiny.
things happening.
Yeah, and Krill out, just going to slice him. DK Fogos, he's got the BKB going. Punches out from the Tusk, though, and they've got a couple of bonus kills here. Grabbing in onto the Naga Siren, rooting her up. Squadex and Krillat. Nice arrow from Roger, but it's purged off by the Slog. And Ramses now is able to turn with his illusions, silence up the Slug. The Grave is there, and he doesn't have Aegis anymore, so he's going to get doomed. It is reflected, but I don't think the Doom matters. Cares too much about that. Slog down for 70, and now under dire vision. DarkSide sees everything that's happening, and even with a low HP Seneko and Roger, still trying to give that move forward. They know that high ground is vision here.
Oh, no, he missed that Hex, so he's just dead.
Oh,
You
well.
gotta love when the Lotus Orb is placed on a hero that has Ags, so it casts the Ags Doom on the Doom. That, like, Dota's just so glorious.
Oh,
It's like
right.
the one hero that's gonna happen with.
I didn't
Why
even
is this
think
happening
about
every
that.
two now?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
that makes
'cause Doom
so
has
much
the Ags
sense.
Doom on himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good one.
Lotus on the Ember, who has Ags, reflected in Ags Doom, back to Doom, who uses the Doom Ags.
Yeah, same as the Slark too.
Cool.
I think it was the Slark on that one.
Ah, Slark, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the reason I was wondering why, because when we saw it was 24 gold earlier, I was like, I know I've gotten more from those illusions before. I didn't realize it was 2x her level. So we're all learning together here. Except I know you guys all knew that. My bad. Sorry. I'm sure you all corrected me earlier when I talked about it. But yeah, you get 2x her level. So that's what it just gets ridiculous in late game, catching all those illusions.
Oh.
You think about it, if Dazzle sees her casting a team fight, that's
200
like
gold?
80 gold. 200. Yeah, 200 gold to get them all. Get a couple. Easy 80 gold. Get all 4. You're rich.
And how rich is he? He's got Lotus Orb, Shard, halfway to Force Staff. He's pretty wealthy. Actually, he's more farmed than the Tusk and the Silencer. All those illusions.
All those Lotus Orbs. But in the end, what happens is they don't get a full push on a high ground fight. The Global was clutch when it came out because the Hex did connect onto Ramses and they were chasing in deep there. So was just looking for that bash to further things along for Krallat and perhaps get the final blow. But big save there. Now we got Moonlight Shadow gives 20% evasion. So this Naga Siren is going to be really hard to bash. And I do not foresee an MKB in the future of this Slark. At least not anytime soon.
Yeah, is that Radiance gonna be that impactful as we move on? Because I know you can like disassemble it into Nullifier and stuff, but it feels like he just needs to have it to try and deal with the illusions.
That would be kind of... Oh, speaking of Radiance, by the way, we got a friend of the show here, Benji Dota. The Slark first item Radiance build has only ever been done twice in pro play. Once by Monet in June 2022. So that would have been the one before TI I was talking about. And also today by Emo, 4 hours ago. So it's popping back up. But yeah, back in that June phase, there was a lot of Soul Ring Slark Radiance, I remember was the build in China pubs.
Oh. Wait, what?
So it's kind of funny.
So I guess the Bet Boom Christmas special isn't considered pro play, or...
That might have been it,
Yeah.
yeah. That's probably all it is. Maybe DPC or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Oh, they see him. They make the jump on Roger. Ah, it's a massive fight in the river. Caught on the high ground. Sayach is stuck. Snowball's back down as DK Fogos being pummeled by Squad X and Krallat. Godlike Ember Spirit's giving chase now, and this long-range Slark Pounds finds the grab onto Naga. Needs the song to slow things down. Get back to Fountain. And DarkSide, yet again, just being steamrolled here. On the perfect timing with the Roshan.
Oh, yeah. You love that, don't you? I'm just going to walk on in here. Just happen to see and... oh, hey. Oh, that feels so good.
Perfect.
Aghanims. Oh, please, Tusk. He has Blink. Come on. Come on,
Give it.
baby.
Give it to
Give me
him.
the kick. Notice, if you take this, we're done. All right? I will never cheer for you. No! Siege, please.
What, yeah, DP Ags, nah. Rather not.
Is he going to find Tiny, though?
I don't know.
Find him.
I'm watching. Who got the Ags? Where did it go? Wait,
It's on
Slark.
the DP.
You serious?
On the DP. Yes.
She ate it?
She ate it.
Oh. Okay.
Where's your spirit of fun, guys? Walrus kick. A kick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He has Blink. All right, Rebel's insane. Rebel is insane.
My God.
He is insane.
Oh, I don't think I'm
He had no buyback.
clenching my butt so hard it's being absorbed into my chair. Oh, what a guy. Yeah, I don't have the stones to do that. I'll tell
That's
you
the
now.
craziest wave clear TB I've
My
ever seen casting Dota.
Goodness. Nutter. Yeah, just straight up, he's a nutter. Lost your goddamn mind.
I can't believe he did that with no buyback.
Oh.
I can't believe that just happened. That was allowed.
So what did he do here? He rebought BKB after he disassembled... sorry, he rebought Echo Saber after disassembling for BKB. And then he's just waiting for money for Aghanim Scepter, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we've got
Oh, my God.
tons of items on everyone. Like Wraith Pact on Roger. 4 staffs galore. Actually, how do I see that screen that like Scriff and JJ use with all the... No, that's a combat log. I didn't want to press...
F5, show items.
Yeah, that's not
You
a
press
hotkey for
F5
me.
and you press the little
Show- I-
chest to the bottom.
No, I've got it. I open up the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
F5?
yeah, there's the second one. You're right.
There's
Yeah, no,
another
you're
one
right.
they use, but I don't know how to get it. Also, I've changed.
I'll mash.
So 4 staff, 4 staff. No 4 staffs
Oh,
on.
it's the items. It's next to the net worth. It just says items. I've never seen that. It's like, you see where the Naga Siren on your net worth bar? It's like, she's like, go to the end of her line and then click that sword and shield to the top of the right of it.
Ah, very nice. There it is. Yeah.
Ah, oh.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Items.
Ooh.
Professional casters, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome.
We're just here. Yeah. Let me mash. Let me mash. We're here pressing buttons.
Just rolling your face along the F keys, hoping something happens.
Yeah.
I just hasted my courier. Oh, I popped my Ravage. Whoops.
Oopsie daisy. 7 chat wheel lines all at once. Here comes the evil ghost lady. Time.
I tried to tab my courier and haste it the other day, and I ravaged.
Oh no.
It was bad. It's like, I'm never pressing that button ever again.
Oof. Yeah, I just consistently forget that the courier still has shield and speed burst. Why is my courier so slow? I'm not using it properly. Looks like a simple tier 3. Trying to continue for barracks here as well. DarkSide are smoked, and they've got a toss back on the DP. Now doomed up. Nicely done. But Lotus and the Greaves, the bit of help and the heals come out. The Slark, he's being graved, and he does have the Aegis as well. Trying to turn and fight into the Doom now. Still caught up in the satanic ritual of DK Fogus, and Aegis has been lost. Ramses, about a half his HP gone, as Krillat noticed, and Squadex continuing that beyond godlike streak. Backstab to kill off Suneko, and Ramses with his shiny golden BKB kind of wasted. Sets by the tier 4s and gets himself back to Fountain. Noticed under tier 3 mid. They've trapped Rail inside the ice shards. And a slight chain spam is incredibly annoying. But they've got songs and
arrow
4
setup?
staffs. They're trying to set up here, but the Slark pounce and Squadex being so tanky means there are no opportunities for DarkSide to latch on to anybody. And now, how do you feel, Ramses? There's illusions pushing you back into your base. The Slark senses ratty illusions and hems them in.
And even with the aesthetics cap, too, here.
Structures are fortified.
Really going for that full defense. Ooh,
Ramses?
Whoa!
Yeah, bashed, pounced. Evasion will only do so much until you're beaten down. He does have buyback, but this now feels like it's over, right? 20k lead. Elena Barracks down, and they're just coming back for round 2. 30 seconds till next Exo means they could even go for throne or top as well.
I mean, you gotta give them credit here. This was a pretty clean game. I would consider it like slightly risky to go for the Radiance because I feel like they could have hit the earlier timing and done well, but
Slark. He got his spells off.
it's too fast.
Yeah, speedy little devil, pouncing away. Arrows just gonna fly past everybody. But DarkSide, they need something right now. Ramses in the Silver Edge. They try to dust. They catch the tiny global silence. It is there. And Krillat doesn't have ulti. You might need a grave in a second now because Ramses starting to do that AoE damage to the Riptide. And DK Fogus on the run with the song as backup. Wraith Pact being finished off. But yet again, DarkSide, they enter a fight and exit it before really accomplishing anything.
Is under attack.
It's still half duration on Exorcism just going strong right now. As Ramsey's in a risky spot, trying to find some setup with an arrow, in, like a net arrow, I
They
guess.
see him. Has to BKB quickly. And now up against Mega Creeps, it looks like. A Squadex bounces back and forth. The Avalanche onto 3 in the back.
Slark.
The Slark Dark packs it off, though, and the arrow is meaningless. 2 down now for DarkSide as the dive from the Ember Spirit tries to hunt Roger. And GG
He's
is...
gone.
Oh, yeah, GG. Oh, okay, I didn't see Suneko's one there. I thought to call the GG. I got a little bit more worried there. But it is over. DarkSide call game 1 and VP with a 1-0 lead in this best of 3. Unexpected start.
Well, not after that draft, I gotta say. I was a big fan of that Virtus Pro lineup. I feel like that it's just some solid heroes. It was interesting the way that they constructed the draft, considering they went 3 cores straight after DarkSide opened 5, 4, and 3. So that's pretty cool. I mean, there was some flexibility, but it was mostly known, I guess. Oh, sorry. It was 5, 4, and 3 theoretically because it was gonna be like 5 Mirana, Tiny. Like they tried to flex, they tried to move things around, whereas Virtus Pro, they just, you know, they picked Death Prophet, it went off lane. They picked Ember, it went mid. And they just grabbed Slark. And they gave them time to look at heroes, and they were just like, yeah, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. We still get a Tusk after as well. Another fantastic hero. and they just played these heroes the way you want to see them played in this current patch.
Yeah, and you know, I was definitely fearful for their chances in that game. Looking at the end game graphs, player net worth, you know, Doom and Naga at the top consistently, all the way through the game. But yeah, Ember, Slark, and DP Tricore scaling very nicely here for VP, allowing them to take game one. Yeah, it's a good start for them. Try and get some wins under their belt as this new roster and squad. DarkSide probably going to be feeling a little perturbed by that one, a little bit shaken maybe.
Yeah, I think Rebel probably the most annoyed. If at least I would be annoyed if I was Rebel, because I feel like, you know, you get kind of shafted this tiny pick of just like all the pressure's on you, and you're not really well enabled in a lot of ways. You know, you're a low cooldown, run around the map ganker who has to try and play with a Doom and a Silencer. Like, Silencer obviously is nice with the global to help out, but it's only every once in a while. And then the hero's not that great to actually roam with you. You have Mirana, which is nice, but then this Doom is just so busy Midasing and trying to get up gold that he's also not really available. So it was like a 2.5 heroes sort of that are supposed to do the job of 4. And
yeah,
it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it definitely felt like they needed that, you know, Earth Spirit or 4 Tiny or Tusk or something kind of hero. Silencer, Mirana waiting in trees, Doom waiting in trees, Tiny waiting in trees, and then Naga is like cutting waves and doing all this nonsense. They didn't really have a go in and start the fight hero. They had these additional waves that would come afterwards. But yeah, game one looking good for VP. We'll take a quick break, come back with game 2 here in this series.
EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.
Okie dokie, here we are there we go. Yes, refresh Trent as he waves, so he perfectly clicks into place. Game 2 between DarkSide and Virtus Pro is about to begin as we get ourselves here into the second game of this best of 3. Surprisingly, VP did take game 1, and Trent, you liked their draft? The way they played was very crisp, wasn't it?
Crispy like the best bacon you can find. Because no one likes it when you only cook it a little bit, all right? Let that stuff simmer. Get a crisp on it, okay? Don't give me that soft bacon. Like, sure, it's cooked, but it's not crispy, all right?
Yeah.
I want a crispy Virtus Pro bacon draft.
Like streaky bacon, like American bacon. I see. This is one of the problems I had. Growing up, I was, I don't know, given English bacon, which is the streaky bit, like the bit with fat on it, and then the loin, the actual bit of meat. And everyone in England cooks it until it's cooked, and not until the fat's crispy. And I hated it. I hate the rubbery, gelatinous.
Are you talking about back bacon?
Back bacon, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. They call it Canadian bacon in the U.S.
Oh,
and we don't call it that. At least I've never heard it called that. At least on the East Coast, it's just bacon. Or I don't even know what we would call that. We just call it back bacon, I guess. But no one ever eats it. We just, we eat the American bacon style.
Yeah, that's what I've started doing now. I just eat the streaky bacon, or what people think bacon is. But in my mind, it's different. Definitely better. You get it all crunchy and crispy, delicious. And anyway, bacon, yes, delicious stuff. But we've got some tasty data in front of us as the draft is underway, and we've got our first few picks and bans already. As Virtus Pro, not messing around, not changing anything. DP Ember Spirit opener.
All right, well,
10 seconds.
That was their first win, so can't blame them too much on that one.
In 5 seconds,
makes you wonder at a point, maybe banning the Ember early wouldn't be the worst decision, considering they're very confident in the hero. They've been picking it quite a bit lately. I'd say it's a hero that is easy to play around in the current patch. I'm a pretty big fan, so perhaps if they manage to win this one, our next series, it could be a consideration. I mean, compared to something like Rubik, for example.
Yeah.
Maybe Ember's a little bit more valuable to them.
Yeah, especially if it seems like this is like a core concept VP are trying to utilize here, right? We talked about it in the game 1 draft, where DP is very good at kind of brute forcing, making sure the enemies are reacting to what she's doing when she's pushing towers or using Exo for Roshan. And Ember Spirit uses the space she creates to, Seneko didn't have a game in game 1 because Ember Spirit was on him, Slark was on him. They had such a massive vacuum, a pocket of space that DP created due to everyone reacting to her tanky pushing nature.
I wonder what it is, speaking of tanky pushers, in this draft that makes them go back to this Darkseer. Because they played 3 games of it so far already in the DPC. They won all 3 of those games. They've picked in the first phase before with a different setup where they were first pick, went tiny, and then 8th overall took the Darkseer after not seeing any Agi cores or anything too crazy. And this time, without seeing anything other than a Death Prophet, they're willing to go tiny Darkseer. It's a little bit intriguing to me because a lot of other teams in other regions have also been prioritizing the Grape Crusader here. And I don't know. I feel like I hear the analysts talk about it when I watch Western Europe. But when I watch the hero, I don't feel that convinced, and then he just wins, and I'm like, what am I missing? Because ever since he lost the Aghanims and he got the new Ags with the normal punch, I thought he was going to be weaker. Because I felt like that Aghanims did a really good job of putting on map pressure and enabling people with the Ags. But maybe it's just that Greaves are so good now.
You see, that's the thing. It feels like one of those, Ice Frog or Dota patching moments where they've nerfed something that was too strong on the hero. And then people remember why he used to be strong. He's an aura. He's like an aura buyer. He pushes waves without committing. The ghost push, shoving out waves and creating bits of space on the map. He's kind of greedy and does have a rough laning stage. But once you get past that first 10 minutes and you've got Greaves, you're looking towards your Blink or your Pipe or your Crimson, whatever it may be, you can kind of just autopilot yourself to win fights. You vacuum, you wall. You pop your Greaves. I was like, okay, job done. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, we'll definitely get another game of it here. We will not be getting a Pudge, unfortunately. There was a Pudge game attempted by them in the Christmas show versus Namiga, and they were not able to pull through on that one. But we did also see from Gaming Gladiators, right? I think Duraccio just played a Pudge game that was absolutely filthy the other day over in Western Europe. and it's always a nice pairing, I guess, with an Ember. It would be pretty timing dependent, though. I have to say, you'd have to be like really pushing hard on that exorcism to knock down your towers. I feel like if your Pudge was a 1.
10 seconds.
He's a bit of a weird one still for me. Like, I don't know how, even though I've seen, like Matuma Man playing Pudge back before TI and just winning games 80 minutes in because he's such a fat bastard on the hero, I still just don't, I don't know, I just don't feel it.
Well, I'm feeling a CM here, if I had to guess.
Seneko CM. Oh yeah, he was snap picking that.
I'd put 3 loonies on it.
Loonies $1, right? You got loonies and toonies? Yeah, loonies $1 Canadian dollar. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not putting 3 toonies. That would be $6.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous amount of money.
But the fact that they hesitated so long makes me wonder. And okay, they're going Mirana instead. All right, so here's what I saw last game. I mean, maybe they're thinking, no, they can't be. Are they going to put the tiny mid again? Now the Ember's there? Does he want the rematch?
It didn't go well last game. But maybe, that ego kicks in. He's like, I will do better this time. I will crush him.
5 seconds.
I don't know. Either that or it's just 5 Mirana and it's just 4 tiny, and that's fine. But what I noticed a lot was that Roger spent a lot of time in the fights in that game just standing there and waiting. Because there's not much you can do. You press your ulti and you've got to wait for a good arrow. Whereas all I could think when the fights were happening was like, man, if this was CM, Frostbite. Frostbite. Frostbite, like they actually just ignored Roger the whole time.
Yeah, he's just like, I place Wraith Pact, I Moonlight Shadow, and I sit in trees. I wait here. Really, really nice double pick from VP though. The Lina, which has been ignored a little bit recently, and then the Clockwork to cover it, making sure DarkSide don't get their hands on it. And now you have Clockwork to try and catch a Tiny or a Darkseer and give you that additional bit of team fight and vision that Rocket Flare and potentially the Aghanims later down the line gives you.
Can't surge out of cogs.
Yeah, true. You can toss people around though, and leap, and Firefly.
I will say I do like playing Darkseer versus Clockwork though, because you can vacuum their whole team into the cogs, and it's really funny. That's a good meme. It's pretty quality.
And then Tiny Ags throwing trees inside the cogs.
Yeah, boom, wombo comboed.
So is
they get the Bat Rider? Yeah. Another hero that's been banned a lot in the second phase, and probably going to be mid, we're assuming. Seems like that's going to be for Rebel this time. He's going to try that matchup instead. But that's another one that the Ember players don't really hate, in my experience. A lot of them will pick Ember into bat, saying that it doesn't matter. I'll have my bolas if he tries to dive me at our tower, and I'm just going to play it safe. But I've seen Ember players die in that matchup, of course, several times.
Oh, yeah. It makes me think of the Ember versus Puck matchup where this Ember Spirit is kind of race to Orb of Corrosion, and then with slight spam you're able to keep the Bat or the Puck, whoever it is, at like half HP so they don't feel comfortable diving you. And then you're like, I'm going to be okay because they're not okay.
And then a support TP's mid, fills their bottle, they heal up in fog, and you die.
An arrow hits you.
Yeah, like that's exactly what happens.
That's what I want to see. It's like a slight into a creep wave, and Roger times the arrow to land as he comes out of the slight. That's what we need.
What's the last carry us please ban here? Sven? What is it?
Oh, for Ramses? Oh god, yeah, Morphling TV Naga.
Morphling TV Naga.
Radiant gets the ban.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Not as hard of a carry, but definitely someone who can put a bit of a stoppage to the Lina gameplay.
And what do we need for VP? They've got Clock 5. Lina is carry. I mean, Ember mid DP3.
What's wrong with Tusk? I guess Lina can, or Mirana can leap. I don't know. I don't mind Tusk DP again.
I kind of want Avenge or something, and maybe you put the Clock 4 because I like Clock DP as a lane. But then, do you want a melee hero to go with your safe lane Lina?
Yeah, I think you do.
Undying or Ogre?
I see what you're saying though, because you could get a save. Yeah, I mean you could get Oracle. Wouldn't that ruin the Darkseer and you'd have a save?
There it is. Not an Oracle, but close.
Yeah, but why not Oracle? Doesn't Oracle literally just end Darkseer's life? So then he wouldn't even be able to lane there, right?
Yeah, but then you're 5 minutes in as an Oracle, feeling like you've got no place in the world. Then you're 10 minutes in as an Oracle.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah, it's not nearly as good versus arrows and lassos.
Yeah.
I mean, the false promise is pretty good versus lasso because it matches up decently, but with the arrow spam and stuff.
If this was liquid, it would be Oracle, right?
Yeah, yeah.
To defend those ancients.
And there's the hard carry. Faithless Void.
Okay. Wow, this is pretty cool. The Ducalis Omni Knight, not a hero that we get to see too much. Someone just played it the other day as well. I'm forgetting who it was, so my apologies. But I did see in a DPC match recently. It's good to see him back. I saw Slacks was playing some Omni Knight again, so that's nice. You know, he's trying to recover.
Of course he was.
From the death of techies.
Has Omni had many changes recently? He's had a few buffs here and there.
He just keeps getting number buffs. I think the Hammer of Purity is still pretty cool, where you just like chuck it at people in the early levels in some matchups. I've also seen it ignored though, so I'm not sure what the current build is. I'm actually gonna check what everyone's spamming at the moment. It
used to be like buy Orb of Venom, a bunch of mangoes, go Hammer Purity level 1, then you just trade hits with whoever you're against. And here,
looks like Hakoda's on the warpath, dude. Hakoda's played 8 matches in the past week of Omni Knight. Yeah. Hakoda spamming it. Yeah, he's really. Oh, Ducalis played a game. Let's see. He went Hammer level 1. Okay, yeah. Like I said, everyone's still doing the Hammer level 1, and he went for Arcane's Glimmer Wand. You know, just normal stuff. He did win, so.
When he is
W.
He is an exceptional mango abuser.
Good.
That
is good.
Yeah, that's what we like to see nowadays.
Oh yeah, let's see. I'll try and figure out how many mangoes he bought.
If it's
Sometimes the information doesn't come to us.
If it's less than 7, he's doing it wrong.
Oh, I don't think I have the breakdown, unfortunately. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to count the fruit stand this time.
Yeah, come on. Just 6 mangoes straight up. 6 mangoes and a windlace. That's all you need.
It's good life. Currently rank 137. Let's go to cause on that position 5 grind.
Very nice. Oh, there we go. Where is he? He's got 2 mangoes, a load of branches, a couple of sentries. Krillat with the wand early on. They're going to be against a Darkseer spamming, I guess, but I think a lot of people are going to be paying pretty close attention to this mid lane of Bat versus Ember Spirit. That's where the real spicy stuff's going to happen. Fire on fire.
Sick voice line, though. Be at peace, you wretched fool. That makes me want to play Omni Knight.
And still nothing's as good as the Wraith King one.
Neo peasants? Oh, my weak and puny allies.
No.
Oh,
the one where
good lines.
I am all the sexy.
Oh yeah, true.
It's one of those ones where you cringe the first couple of times you hear it, and then it builds on you.
All right, everybody.
Just takes a few years. Alrighty, let's see what's up here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Make sure you
Rebels. Oh yes. What is up, Gary?
Oh, is it my turn? Yeah. Make sure you head on over to EGB. If you put your money in there, you get yourselves a bonus of up to $600 to match your initial deposit, I believe. If you're sure you know who's going to win, that's where you want to be.
That's what the slogan says.
Real hard. I've seen.
That's what I've heard, and it's not as easy. Oh my goodness!
Which one? There's 3 fights happening, and I'm trying to watch 4 fights happening.
I was just counting bounty runes, my good man, because I hope nobody bet on that, because that's 4 bounty runes.
Oh wow!
To Virtus Pro.
That's ridiculous.
That's not supposed to happen. That's just GG? Do you just call it? I think you just quit.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at that net worth lead. The big slide down. It's a 900 gold lead to VP. Monumental stuff.
How about the 4% Dota Plus? It's like, oh man, it went the opposite way though. It's like, oh, that's too many bounties.
Okay. Yeah, advantage to them, interestingly enough. Oh, there's the Hammer of Purity.
More gold to give away, I guess, huh?
Oh, that's true, yeah. Pinata effect. Always taken into account. And I've lost myself this game. We're talking about bacon and all sorts of stuff. My mind's starting to wander. Get locked into this. Lena with the Omni, who's dragging waves. We've had multiple scraps and skirmishes. Roger's dragging his creep wave back into jungle and trying to dodge the Omni Knight, because he's got the high ground ward that sees him coming. Krillat wants the high 5.
Huh. And how does a Darkseer feel about this as well, right? Darkseer, a very greedy hero, likes to iron shell the waves, likes to have them meet up with other waves.
Yeah, where are my
And
creeps?
now, oh, he got this half pull as well. Nicely done by Krallat there. At least he gets over to the range creep in time for the XP, but no last hit.
Yeah, nicely done.
Oh
We-
my
we've
god,
still
Krallat
got-
both denies too. DK Fogos is sad, man. He's just farming the small camp.
Finally, the waves meet. I was wondering, like, maybe Ducalis just wants to drag the wave in towards mid, so Squadix gets his hands on them. Omni Knight going to be getting as much XP and gold as he can, but a good deny there on the range creep by Roger. And the last hit
Damn,
as
Roger's
well.
owning with these hits. Oh, he's so good.
Oh, trapped in the cogs.
Oh, he got the
Seneko,
deny.
still level 1 in Mirana. That's your first blood. Sayush gets there just in time, and knowing Mirana's still level 1 secures the kill.
Bro, Roger is owning here. Who cares first blood? Roger is outlasting Ducalis like a madman, and he only has 1 more damage.
Oh, yeah. Well, is there a big difference? 61 to 67 and 58 to 68. Maybe he just rolled high.
Yeah, the good rolls.
Dyer's courier
Yeah, the good
fought a
rolls.
brave battle with a bunch of swords and fireballs.
Oh, some stacks up on Ember. Okay, Batrider's like, nah, not even going to bother it.
Coming down.
15 one charges is enough to keep him sustained. Where is this Omni Knight going?
Where's anyone going in this game, man? This is...
Oh, Doxy, you wanted to farm, did you? No.
Purified.
And then bottom lane, we had first blood down there, but we've not looked too much at Ramsey, Seneko. His Faceless Void Marana. They're farming pretty well. Noticed
Jeez.
having a few struggles.
Sayu's got his whole life planned out here. I'm gonna grab my tranquils. I'm gonna get a wand. I want shard jetpack, and then I just need Lotus Orb and GG. I guess is the plan, huh? No Ags rush from our clockwork this game.
Yeah, it's curious, isn't it? Maybe he's
I
got
think it's
that-
because of like the leap, the firefly, and the time walk.
maybe it's queued up after.
Yeah, there you go.
He's gonna get the Philosopher's Stone. That's what he desperately needs.
Just put that in your queue, and then more likely to drop.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I also press B when the Pokeball closes. So I know all the trade secrets.
But you have to press it at a very specific time before the third flash, right?
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, I'm
It's
not an
a-
amateur.
Well, I mean, it's made by Nintendo, right? So it's the same as the Mario
Yeah.
Kart starting line boost. Perfectly logical.
Yeah, surely. Then I used Strength on the truck by the SSN, and I found Mew. It's just a quality game.
Oh my god. Where did you have to
Rebel-
go to get Missingo? Where?
You ride the shores at Cinnabar Island up and
Cinnabar
down.
Island, that's it. You had to swim
Yeah,
with
and then
your...
you multiply the item at the top of your inventory for infinite rare candies.
There we go. Trent knows all the tricks. I'd completely forgotten about that. All I remember is struggling to have a Pokemon that could swim. So I never liked water Pokemon, so I never had someone who could do it.
I just can't progress. I just
No.
can't handle these water Pokemon.
Oh, it's garbage, aren't they? And who,
Yeah, they were my favorite.
who was
You
your
really
Gen?
hurt my feelings
was,
here.
was your Gen 1 starter Squirtle then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Squirtle's still goated, man. Come on.
Okay.
It's Squirtle. He's Squirtle the turtle.
Squirtle!
right.
Squirtle Squad!
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Enough of your slander.
Tower is about to
Well,
Hey.
guys, I'm sorry, but it's 5 minutes in, and there's only 1 kill, because that's where we're at right now. But what's interesting about this game and not Pokemon, I
Oh,
can tell
tell
you those
me.
things. Yeah. How good is Chrono this game? I would say it's a medium to slightly below average Chrono game in some ways. You have arrow follow-up, decent. If the Tiny was to eventually get mega farmed, obviously it would be insane. But that's not really going to happen. So the Chronos are kind of just for Faceless Void in this one, which doesn't actually feel that great most of the time. But they do have a lot of continued control because of Chrono, right? We have Chrono, we have Lasso, we have arrow follow-ups, we have Avalanche Toss. There's a lot of stuns. They got stuns at the wazoo for DarkSide this game, so that's always good. And some decent setups for Seneko as well to follow up on, so that feels nice.
Yeah, it's incredibly annoying for heroes like Ember and Lena in particular, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Ducalis. He came to try and scout and stop Roger from stacking, but it looks like he'll be dying nonetheless. They won't be able to stack any further. And Batrider can't really clear these camps right now, so he'll return back towards mid. But Squadix is here with a DD rune, pops it and goes for the swipes onto him, remnants forward and gets himself the solo kill.
No revenge this game for Rebel, that's for sure. He's having a real hard day today. Squadix is crushing mid. He's 800 gold above him again.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he just got a kill, obviously, which it definitely helps. But still, and he's going to get another kill.
Middle tower is hanging on by a braid.
Is it an easy one? He's got one charges and remnants. He's getting over
he's
the
just
cliff
waiting.
and waiting, yeah, making sure he doesn't get caught by anyone. And a very nicely placed ward here. I think the Clockwork came in behind about 30 seconds ago to watch out for any further TPs mid. Seneko does have triple leap.
got three
The cogs
leaps.
push back.
Surely.
The stick charge has popped. He's going to have to leap a second time to get away from the clock. But this is tier 1 tower push 7 minutes in with a catapult wave. Good damage as Notice does die bottom. Apologies for missing that. But action mid continues with another TP here. Roger avalanches them. No arrow.
This is a crazy push.
Yeah, they've got it.
How is the DP dead? Not even level 6, and Ember takes a mid tower.
This is what's happening.
That's not legal.
And Tukalis is bullying 2 supports on his own. Nearly solo kills Seneko. Will toss him into the double Starstorm. DK Focus has Iron Shells here, but in comes the Squadix Ember Spirit again, requiring that avalanche to delay their move forward. And Rebel, he's got Firefly back up, but no lasso means it's going to be difficult to catch Squadix. We'll have to just go for this Omni Knight instead.
He's wasting a lot of time.
I am not a betting man.
And Squadix, he's feeling it right now. He's popping a clarity.
Racing, rugby, cricket, or cricket.
He's thinking, yo, if you're going to hang around here, if you're still low,
Radiant's top tower
I'm at least coming for these creeps.
Yeah, he's got his orb. Orb of Corruption, very powerful.
And all of this, a lot of space for Lina, whereas down bottom, Ramses is currently running home. He is not finding a happy place to farm at the moment. He had a chrono down there, it would appear. I guess there was a safety chrono. He must have... I'm not sure.
They didn't use it to kill DP, right? They killed DP and then afterwards he chronoed. Yeah.
I believe so.
Huh.
And she doesn't have Exorcism leveled yet either. She's holding the point, so it wasn't even an Exorcism threat.
Or a hook shot or anything.
Immediately gets the D ward bottom too.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, nice, nice. So yeah, I guess we're just popping ulti, taking the tower, huh?
Looks like it. Squadix did get scouted by Radiant Obs. Seneko not going to fall into that trap. This Ember Spirit, he's a third of the way through level 8.
Don't look now, but Radiant's
What, a third of the way through Maelstrom. And there is that Exorcism for the tier 1 bottom. So it's going to come down to what can DarkSide do on the other side of the map.
Radiant might want to haul some ass down to their bottom tower.
Like, I don't know, Darkseid lane, trying to play into that one, but Roger is in the enemy jungle hunting for Lina. Krillat just farming away a storm.
Money to good use.
Easy stat camps to clear.
Big amount of heroes down bottom.
Yeah, Bat and Tiny in behind the trees.
Looks like Dyer's top tower.
Squadix, yeah, there's the safety remnant. Will he get caught by an avalanche toss here? Looks like Roger's going to give up on that idea.
It's a 10-minute record for Ember tower damage. It's got to be.
He's done so much.
This Ember's just been hitting towers.
Radiant's bottom tower is obliterated. Pile of
Just a bit sad Clockwork's on level 4. Like, if he had a hook shot here, just kill after kill after kill. VP showing some serious dominance now in game 2. Game 1, it was very close all the way through the first 10-15 minutes in terms of, the statistics, net worth, the kills, everything looked pretty dead even. This game, they're coming out with a 4K lead 10 minutes in.
Yeah, all while Alina is just, helping to create that lead by farming away here at the same time. The Ember is gaining his gold from actions and movements across the map while also still lasting lanes. And the Lina is just jungling up a storm right now. Back getting some stacks going, farming through everything, gets the Possessed Mask for the squad as well. Just feels great at the moment. And, she's just kind of the anchor. She's going to show up a little bit later. Life's going to be good. Dukala's doing so much as well. FNG, I believe, was kind of singing his praises during the Christmas show in terms of how much chaos and how much map pressure he helps create as a 5, and you could really see that inside the Radiant Ancients so early in the game. Meanwhile, Savi's doing the exact same thing on the bottom half of the map as the Clockwork, so it has hurt their XP, but it's definitely preventing movements and farming patterns from connecting nicely for someone like Ramses, who's just back in the fountain again.
Yeah.
And he's buying Midas.
And Roger's dying bottom. Ember Spirit remnants in on top of him. They're going to quickly realize now, though, as Ramses arrives and the Chrono's up the Ember Spirit, there might be a spot of bother with the arrow connecting. They should have the damage here to kill off Squadix. Remnants off to the right-hand side. Oh, God. The Bat Riders are coming. He doesn't have Flame Break, though. There's no Flame Break. He needs right clicks to finish him. Will get the takedown on the Ember Spirit at long last. That was a 4-hero commitment and a Chronosphere needed, but it is a huge kill to get.
Yeah, and they kept the lasso. So now he can smoke up and go for another play and try and get some more of this momentum stolen away from Virtus Pro.
And Void has his Midas now, 12 minutes in. He's going to start scaling. It feels like another waiting game for DarkSide, though. Waiting for Darkseer to have his Greaves. You know, you said it, he's a greedy hero that needs that bit of time to come out of the offlane and be ready. Faithless Void, no different. So, again, down to this Bat Rider, the Mirana, to try and make the most of opportunities like this where they will kill off the Sayer's Clockwork. But they'll lose someone in the trade. It doesn't look like there will be one. Squadix was coming in, but he's retreating with Ducalis unnoticed, aiming for the tower instead.
I'm dropping a couple of heroes here as the lead stays relatively the same right now. But once more, it is them pressuring into a tier 1 with that exorcism. Death Prophet doing so much in this series for them. Just giving them the confidence to dive on these earlier moves. And the inability to really contest for DarkSide once again.
Yeah, and every time...
Big arrow.
You being sarcastic? Where did arrow go?
Oh, sorry. It just missed DP.
Oh, sad.
There's a big one out of the tree line. Wouldn't have mattered, but, you know, just chucking arrows.
Yeah, it's like whenever Chrono's down, Krillat, like, okay, right now he's farming, but you got to feel very comfortable that there's no way you're dying unless Tiny has Blink or Void has Chrono. Because
yeah.
Bat is always going this Boots of Travel BKB, and then maybe a Blink third item, maybe the Ether Lens, we'll see what he decides. But they, you know, they desperately need more forms of catch for this Lina because they don't have the damage, like you mentioned, to put into the Chrono. Can't be relying on it fully. Oh.
See, he's following the breadcrumbs.
Oh. Krillat. They've got Moonlight Shadow and a TP.
Oh, the invis just happened too.
Fortunate.
Sneo instantly smokes. Gonna try and get a sneaky ward on this pillar here, perhaps. Knows that they had placed a sentry, so yeah, nice. Okay, see if he gets away with it.
Sees the vision.
Oh, all right. Oh, he was scanning at the same time. Damn. Owned.
Yeah, full read. The soul read. Now what we got? We got Maelstrom for Ember. Yeah, coming out on Courier. Lina BKB, still a fair distance away, but she's... This is 14 minutes of Lina farming. 6,600 net worth. There's nothing stopping her. 0-0-0. Is she the new anti-mage?
Yeah, she really is, honestly. I'd rather have Lina on my team at least. I see that machine gun go, and I'm just like, yeah, all right, you can farm.
Yeah, Lina just goes... Well, like, what do you...
Doesn't need a battle theory to do the same amount of farming, it feels like. I mean, look at this Maelstrom. It's so ridiculous. Oh, you're going to leave that creep?
Yeah, save it for later.
Oh, he's such a gamer. Oh, he's so smart.
Oh, hello, Bat.
That's why I'm not a Lina player.
So here's another problem for DarkSide. How do they push towers? Or who pushes towers for them?
Well...
Because they come top with 3.
Good question.
They kill a creep wave and then they run away?
Meteor Hammer.
Oh, God. Nice hook shot into the silence. And the damage comes quickly from VP. I don't know if it's Roshan time just yet. DP level 1 Exo. Not going to get level 2 anytime soon. And Bat clearing some nice stacks is going to get closer to his BKB.
I think they could do it if they want to, just with the Lina. Like, that's certainly a viable way to go about it. With level 1 Exorcism and Lina, it could be done. I think you just farm up your BKB and make sure that you're confident in the fight that could occur at Roche and not just trying to do it at a quicker pace when you've pressured other sides of the map. What are their answers right now to Chrono? Have Guardian Angel.
Yeah.
It has the 1200 radius. It's pretty good for an Omni to try and help out with.
You can hook shot,
it's not
right?
Too bad.
Like you hook shot the Void, he gets stunned, but you get trapped on the outside of the Chrono, but that's fine if you're just using it as a kind of disengage tool. But Ramses will Chrono mid. Straight in with the Guardian Angel, and the save is there. He will get arrowed and broken by the flames, but that's it. One save. That's the answer.
I mean, it's a good thing they counterpicked the Faceless Void with the Omni Knight. Am I right? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. The
It was
Omni
the other
there
way
first.
around.
Yeah, that is tough. I mean, that's a... You can understand why it's not, like, necessarily unplayable to pick Faceless Void into Omni Knight because, you know, it's a bit of a short-range thing. He has to be there in the area to help out. But then when situations like that occur, you're just like, ugh, you know?
Immortality.
Hope Dyer's middle tower is insured.
It's a rough one for Ramses.
Last brick.
It's just a rough one for DarkSide in general. Like, low on the kill score, 5-4, 16 minutes in. This lead is building for VP. And in all the right ways, like BKB Lena is here with Aegis. This timing couldn't be more perfect.
Oh, Squadix trying to force something as well.
He's just going to keep spamming out. He's got a regenerate to play with, so it feels pretty comfortable here.
So I feel like Omni Knight is one of these heroes that people, especially... well, hold on. Let me wait for this one. Because they might force a fight here. Oh, Roger.
A long TP. He's gone.
Oh, that was spooky. It's a hero that people used to spam a lot. I feel like it gravitates to a certain player, and they like to play it because they play healers in all their other games.
Yeah,
and they
hi.
see that he's a heal.
Hi, that's me.
Exactly. Yeah. When are we allowed to pick Omni Knight now? What do you think?
What do you mean, what, like
why
first
is it working
phase
in
or?
this game? Like, why is Omni working well in this game? Like, why was he able to play the way he is?
He had a Lena in his lane,
It's a good answer. It's a good answer. I'd also say that.
and they had a clock as the other support.
Yes, that would be the big one for me. Is
Yeah.
that Clockwork is like 5 or 4. It's just so much initiation potential out of either role. The itemization, you can do so many great paths on this hero. As you can see, the jetpack coming out first. Very unusual with how many Ags we're seeing rushed lately, but recognizing that the Ags isn't necessarily that great this game because of all the ways people get out of the cogs, and I feel you kind of rely on the cogs a little bit when you have the Ags. And so it just looks solid. And there's also 3 cores with control elements. You have LSA, you have Bolas from the Ember, lots of mobility, and then you even have just a silence to help out from the DP. So your lack of catching control doesn't hurt you as much as it can. And that's why Omni is hard to make work in pubs. And like maybe you shouldn't just instantly first pick Omni in your pubs, guys, just going to say, because your teammates aren't going to pick around you like that. But if you're playing with friends, just make sure other people got stuns, and you can play Omni. You know, take this level 1 hammer purity, run around like Ducalis.
Yeah, because initially during the draft, I was looking at, you know, a Vengeful Spirit or something to deal with the Bat Rider, that kind of, you know, stunning laning hero. But then we had this realization of, hey, they've got DP Lena as their 2 side laners, and usually, you know, conventionally, you want to put some kind of Earth Spirit, Clockwork, Melee, Tusk hero with these ranged heroes to go along with it. But yeah, you're right. The fact that they've got disables means you don't have to fill that hole in the draft. There's a good catch onto the docks here. Sayush there.
Nice.
Hook shots in. Takes him down. They also see Suneko. Oh, that slight with a Maelstrom strike on him. Moonlight Shadow's only going to last a second or 2 longer. He's deep in the trees.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to pick Undying for your team, but, you know, Undying you can get away with a little bit more because of all the offlaners you get to bully.
Yeah, I think Undying also gives you that team fight element of Tombstone, right? You know, he can lead the charge, go to a high ground, put Tombstone, and plant his flag on the map. And Ducalis has kind of been doing that. You talked about, was it FNG you said, when he was talking about the chaos he's creating. And he's just frontlining, doesn't care if he lives or dies.
Yeah, I can't believe he only has 2 deaths. I can't believe it's only 5-5.
Yeah, and you mentioned this Clockwork with the jetpack. The more and more I think about this, it reminds me of Beast Coast with Schofield and Stinger. Like the Schofield Clockwork always goes the shard, and he's always playing, when he's Dire team, always playing that bottom jungle, which Sayush has been doing this game. And then Stinger will be some kind of saving support and doing the same kind of thing on the top part of the map, just giving vision.
They just split and they just like run around and make stuff happen for their team.
Yeah.
Well, this Aegis only has another minute left. Next item for Kralat. Oh, he does queued up now. Okay, he just popped the Gleipnir in. Quite a few choices, right? You could go for an Invis tool if you wanted. Could go for like that Silver Edge this game. I think would be solid. But I've seen a lot of Gleipnirs coming out lately.
Oh yeah, what was that? Was that a Scottish accent for?
That's just how you say it. If you don't say it, you know, you got to call from Ice Frog. He's like Aegis and Gleipnir.
You got to phlegm it out.
Yeah.
I think that's something I'll never forgive Ice Frog for. putting into canon
Listen.
the pronunciation of Aegis is Aegis.
Bless him. All right, he can change Greek words. All right.
Okay, the one thing.
Game. You back off.
The one thing I will give him though is standardization is a good thing. If everyone's saying the same thing incorrect, oh hello, that's a good toss back into Lasso. Roger, with a great start onto this Ember Spirit, takes him out.
Well, it's like a wise Gary B once told me, he can't die until Tiny has Blink.
Does he have Blink?
Well, he died. Yeah, that was a Tiny Blink toss.
And another Blink, another Avalanche toss into the bat and the remaining members of DarkSide. It's a big AoE silence, but even with the Spirit Siphons topping up the Death Prophet,
I'm living.
she's got no backup here. Eventually going to get taken down by DarkSide.
You're a little bitter in that moment, but no, it's good. Don't commit, guys. You know, we've lost our Aegis. They've come at the right time. They know what they're doing. The Ember's already dead. Please don't force this fight. But yeah, again, I do think that Verspro probably could have played a little bit faster last game with the way they were going about things, but they still managed to take the W. Everything was fine. This game as well, I feel maybe a little slow on some fronts. Like the Lina, I mean, is she actually 0-0-0? She is. She's still 0-0-0. I feel like that's probably not necessary at this point. I think you could have found like something. Oh, hook shot. Big grab here, but post BKB.
The right click damage.
Oh, wait. Oh.
A little spooky.
Need that silver edge.
Now, excuse me. Do you remember the days of, talking about an anti-mage and his last hits per minute? And we were talking about 10xing and stuff like that, where you'd be aiming for 10 last hits per minute. And you look at this Lina, and she's got, hang on, let's have the real number. 274 at 23 minutes. Now, I'm not too good at the old mathematics, but that's more than 10xing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's doing quite well.
Oh, jeez. I've definitely had a bit of power creep over the years.
Well, we're just a lot smarter. That's all it is.
Lots more small jungle creeps and new lane creeps. The banner. Flag bearer creeps. And big brains, yeah.
All right. Oh, Courier moving. Let's see. How does he judge it? Oh, they think he was farming there and then moving up maybe. But unfortunately, he's long gone at this point. No catch onto Ramses for them right now.
Yeah, nice lane ward. Saw Krillat coming as well.
Also, that deep lane ward, you can see the Mirana ping. They just saw where Krillat's playing right now this moment as well. So that is a 9-second BKB. They're moving in. What is the play? Send in Roger and hope for another toss. Scan connects. They know they're there.
So Lina 9-second BKB. Faceless Void, same thing. Chrono's ready.
Ember, same thing.
Okay. Oh, boy, where's that? Oh, yeah, it's a DD rune. In we go with a blink. The BKB, the lasso onto the Omni Knight. Krillat, BKB's up, and Gleipnir, 3 of them. Tries to turn, but the Ramses Chrono's there, locking Lina in place. The damage is lacking. The Guardian Angel keeps Krillat perfectly fine. Ramses looks like he might be dying here under the tier 1. Great hook shot in from Sayush, and the chain disables. VP slay the beast. Ramses 666 down and out. Ducalis has died, but it's just an Omni Knight. They'll catch the Darkseer on the way out now as well.
He died to the Ember illusion. He couldn't do anything. He's just pinging his death spot now.
Take the gem. My life for the gem.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, damn, that was a very quick reaction there from Ducalis, right? Immediately into the Heavenly Grace. Sorry, not the Heavenly Grace. The Heavenly Grace. That is what it's called. Pop that on. So boosted himself up there, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Made sure he didn't die during the lasso. Got the ulti off. That had to be the outer ring of the Guardian Angel radius that managed to catch that Lina in Chrono.
The final
Very
pixels.
unfortunate for Ramses. Yeah, it was rough.
But it's one of those moments you called it at the end of the draft. It's just damaging Chrono. Mod check. You know, just looking around where any no. Feels bad for Ramses because that's what he should.
Subpar.
That's what he should be doing, right? Chrono Lina. That's the order operations. But after that, there's question marks. I still
All
need
they
to
can
hit.
do is like keep chain stunning. You know, there's just like arrows and lassos, but the actual damage is pretty lacking.
Yeah, there's still that step 3 question marks until you get to step 4 profit.
Yeah, we're definitely not profit yet. They're at deficit now of about 7k. They have a kill profit. They're up 1 kill. I mean, does that count for something, guys?
Yeah.
But if I was, I'd bet on Radiant's top tower coming down. Radiant's top tower has bit.
Oh, they're gonna wait for Roche, leaving the gem in there.
Wow. All right, you're braver than I'll say that much.
That's going to be there for a little bit. 40 more seconds.
I don't think I've seen anyone do this since like it got patched. God, that's such a long time to leave it in there. Does Notice pick it up or yeah, surely he goes and picks it. They just leave it the whole time? Do you guys have no concerns for this?
So confident that they're going to get it back, I guess.
They're coming back for it now. And they see Roger blink on that ward up there.
Hey, where's Tiny heading?
Wow.
Get some
nice
good
ward.
vision behind, but they're going to know it. Yeah, they're already pinging it. They know exactly what's going on.
Things are looking dire for
They also see Ramses going into Dire Ancients. Seneko won't find the clock courier either.
Roger's just waiting up here to hope he's not under a ward and then just kill a lane, I guess, or a wave and run away.
Yeah, he's got to do it. Not much else to be
Any
had.
mega value shards here?
DP's nice. What's Omni Knight?
Yeah.
Oh, it's D-Gen Horror.
I think DP is who I'd give it to. I
Yeah,
love
she's
that,
got
that
it.
oh,
Ember.
that's true. They could just give it to Ember. Yeah, fair.
Okay.
That one's
So,
pretty good too.
I saw something the other day, and I can't remember. Is it Ember's Shard or Aghanim's Scepter that when you die it places a remnant? Because I didn't know that was a thing.
Ooh, I think
the
that's
shard.
the eggs. Is it the
Okay.
shard? I know the shard is that you get one whenever you kill someone.
Yeah, I knew about that, but someone was saying there was when you die,
Yeah,
so you can
yeah.
die, buy back, and you already have a remnant just there for you.
Yeah, I heard someone died to that apparently accidentally. Because they tried to click near their other remnant and it took them to that one.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was the person posting that thread.
Yeah, that's painful.
I'll look it up for you.
Oh, it's smoky smoke time for DarkSide. The map is getting pretty small for them. They've got no... Wait, am I seeing this right? They've got no vision for DarkSide at all? Yeah, look at that. Look how dark that map is. They see creep waves and that is it. And look at the spread of vision from VP all the way across from bottom jungle to top lane. They see literally any movement that would be made.
Yeah, it is the shard. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty useful.
Ready to burn.
Apparently, it was bugged at first to also drop one for allies. That's kind of funny. When your allies were dying, it was dropping them.
So like if you were near an ally that died, it would drop a remnant?
Yeah, it
Wow.
would make one, yeah. But I don't think that happens anymore.
That's some funny stuff. Oh, no ags for clockwork. Oh, that... Just have to beg for it. He swapped from Force Staff in his quick buy to Aghanim Scepter. Is the Money Rock in play? No one has a... I saw Philosopher's Stone and Darkseer a while ago. Yeah, he's still got that. But none for the Dire team, it looks like. Well, DarkSide, this is your second attempt. You've got a bit of vision out here now. Well, I do have this observer, what I missed. Hiding away in that bottom lane. I was trying to play the very edges into these tree lines. Bait with Ramses a little bit.
That Force Staff for Seneko is his first item. That is painful.
Hmm.
Like, he had arcanes, but I mean, you know, like his first active item essentially that
Oh,
can
Ramses!
really make a big turn.
Gets the BKB and the Chrono onto Lina, but she's got Aegis. Trying to focus the DP, but the
They're
Guardian
both
Angel, the heal,
Guardians.
Ducalis is perfectly fine to save them up. They've got Lasso in from Rebel, but he's got to turn and run. That's it. DarkSide, got to get out of here. Leave whoever is stuck. As Ramses tries to TP, the Slight Chains comes, though, and Squadix secures the kill on the Faceless Void, who's dead for over a minute. And very quickly, they are swarming the map, TPing mid and looking for more action.
Yeah, they don't want them to just keep getting away with this because it feels like they've been winning the fights lately on the side of Virtus Pro, but they're not getting a lot out of it. They're not like getting into that high ground, taking those big objectives because of the wave clear and the wave push coming out from DarkSide. So they immediately go mid. They grab that wave. They continue pushing in bottom. They know that they're pretty harmless without the Faceless Void here, and they want to get significant gains on the high ground. Roger misses the toss back.
He's got 4 staffs for days, though, but it looks like with Squadix diving... Oh, he's out of mana on Squadix, actually. Yeah, needs a bit of help from the Greaves. Still holding his BKB and the assembly of the Aeon Disc available to him. But Krillan just
And
launches...
given the tome.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, they just passed him the tome.
Come on, level 20, where are you? And Krillin just pummeling buildings, shaking the foundations of the Radiant's base. This is rough now. No Chrono for 70 and no Void for a couple of seconds.
Don't look now.
Might just be another free lane here.
Getting obliterated.
Seneko at least kills the catapult as they do toss back a creep. That's not a Lina. That's a vacuum, though. 3 heroes literally don't care. Not a care in the world for VP now. Ramses goes in with his BKB, battles with Krillin, but she's so tanky with Satanic and still has the Aegis. They've got a hook shot landing onto the docks here now, and they do kill the Lina at long last. But this game feels like it's a foregone conclusion at this point. Self-fuels in with a blink available, but DK Focus full step through the cogs to his own demise. And there's just nothing that DarkSide can do now with 2 heroes dead, no buybacks, and another lane of racks going down.
Dyer's using Radiant's bottom barracks as
Honestly, they just played fantastically this game. I think
Stellar.
I think two relatively poor drafts from DarkSide, but even given that, I still would have been favoring DarkSide coming into the series. Like, very strong players, have been looking pretty good. And Virtus Pro, they really needed this win after dropping to Betboom, because it would just be bad to
top tower.
draw the first 2 series, even if they are strong teams, because every match is so important in the DPC. But right now, it's just, I mean, they're flailing on DarkSide. They're just throwing things and hoping it sticks.
Yeah, oh, does anyone have an Ogre Seal totem? I just want to see them flopping into this Radiant base. They do, the DP has one. Ah, start going for it. 2 lanes down. DarkSide hold their top lane at least. It's time for VP to relax a little bit now.
Oh, they still respect the Chrono, the potential from that, so. And Ramsey's trying to get the Nullifier, because he's like, man, I am so tired of this Omni Knight.
Yeah, Omni Knight, Satanic, all sorts of nasty stuff.
Yeah, Satanic will be a nice one too, true.
He's gonna need it for this DD as well. They've handed the bottle to Lina, so she's got that DD in pocket.
Rude.
I'm
Already
just-
winning and picks up DD.
Yeah.
Seems like cheating to me.
So for me, I don't know, I want to come back to the question marks around Darks here. Have we felt impact from him? He's got items, he's farmed, he's pushed, he doesn't look pathetic, but he doesn't...
I think in this Tricore, he doesn't look that great. I don't think he synergizes that well with Chrono, and I don't think that he synergizes very well with Batrider, unless the third hero was like Alina, not a Faceless Void. Like, I think if you had like a sniper or something, it would make more sense. But the way that Faceless Void needs to play the fights, I don't see a lot of benefit to having this Darkseer.
The rune of invisibility.
It's been difficult for him to find the openings. Trying to get Scythe of Ice now. And Batrider pushing out that bot wave all the way to the bottom right-hand corner. But if VP can find a hero up north, or they ping Ramses, they've got a decent idea of where he could be. He shows on the wave now. 5 seconds for his TP to come off cooldown. He's gonna have to, he's gonna have to BKB TP here. He's just silenced and half health. BKB, Time Walk TP. He's gonna try it. Oh! Oh, that was close.
Oh, that was spooky.
Sayers nearly had him. But now that's Faceless Void with no BKB for over a minute.
Man, Radiant does not like
It's alright, you don't need BKB if they're chronoed. If he's chronos all 5 of them, he doesn't need BKB.
Yeah, just 5-man
Smart.
vac.
Yeah.
So wait, no, first what you have to do is you have to Firefly the ground. So Firefly is on the ground.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
5-man vacuum.
Someone by Veil.
Do not flame break the vacuum target so they all get pushed around because you want to chrono them. Yeah, then Tiny sells all items for Ags Daedalus. Because he's
Okay.
definitely that rich.
Hold on. All right, so Ember puts on Flame Guard, right? You put down the Darkseer wall. Okay. Oh, wait, that's not going to work because the Flame Guard's going to eventually disappear. Damn. Trying to think of a way that we can kill the illusions over and over. Okay, we get
With
DP.
Exo,
She keeps
yeah.
killing the illusions, yeah. And then that's respawning them on top of them with the wall.
How much? It's
Although
like
that doesn't
100.
do damage anymore like it used to, so that doesn't really help us.
Oh, does it not?
Them see us.
I don't think so. Does it?
I thought it. Oh, maybe I'm nuts. I thought.
That was really funny when he used to do that, though. Do you remember when like the Medusa's her ulti would kill the illusion? So if she ultied inside the wall, it would just kill her.
Yeah.
So it would just spawn a bunch of illusions. She just died.
Spam 1,000,000 damage.
That was a good one.
So are you serious? Wall does no like contact damage anymore.
I don't know. I don't think so. It's not listed as one.
No.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
Darkseer gamers.
Interesting. I just felt so sure I'd felt it in a pub, you know? I'd walked through a wall and taken, I don't know, 50 damage or something.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's probably just the illusion hitting me.
Yeah, they just smack you right away. Look at that big old jolly old hit there. We have a
Something-
nullifier now, though, so Ramses has an answer, so that's good.
Right around the next Roshan spawn as well. 5 more seconds. Ducalis, go sit in the pit. Where's their gem? DP?
Yeah, come on, guys.
Oh, they'll see it eventually with a rocket flare. Roger,
And
careful.
it is a refresher.
Oh, Roger. Avalanche. Goes for the toss. He's trying to fight the Ember Spirit. We're trying to...
He's just flexing.
Yeah, I don't know about that. His muscles get popped. And Batrider's still looking for the angle onto the Ember as well, with a couple of stacks of napalm on him, but couldn't land the lasso. Now they have Lotus Orb on him. So Squadix is good. Roger buys back. And DarkSide, they need a way towards the pit because it is being attempted right now by VP.
It is indeed go time. They appear to not be going.
They're going away. It's
Middle tower secure.
Look at Sayush. Oh, wait, is he under vision? They do see him. Hook shot at the ready. Gets in on top of the Darkseer, but Sayush dead. In comes Krillat. Nice Yule to try and dodge the light strike. And they come into the Laguna Blade on Ramses, but he time walks the rest of the damage off. Roger down along with the Darkseer who buys back. Batrider trying to slip away with a Firefly there. But noticed, he sees Suneko. Can't catch up to connect any stuns or disables, but this is VP not losing a single soul, still holding Aegis and running for that final lane of barracks in the top lane.
Everything's pushing in right now. The desperation items begin to come out here. Sneo just buys drums to have something else in these team fights. Maybe boost that damage, just that little bit of oomph. And there's the lasso.
There it
And
was.
it's gone.
Yeah, lasted all of a second. Noticed, Chronode bashed. A kill, potentially. The Eon Disc, it is dispelled by the Nullifier of the Void. He's in on to Lena now with a vacuum to help. DK Fogus trying to keep Ramses in fighting shape. As Squadix has his Eon Disc popped as well. They say a hook shot, catching Darkseer, and Krillat just unleashes hell upon Ramses. Buyback from the Faceless Void required, but Krillat is picking up kills left and right. 3v5 now, 6 if you include the Aegis, and VP just with that man advantage gunning away at this tier 3.
If you're a fan of Radiant's top tower, I'd shut my eyes right now.
And coming into the series, Trent, I was honestly expecting a 2-0. Just the other way.
Yeah.
Toss back. Lena. Yeah, Aegis for 3 minutes. Doesn't care. Does not give a damn. Has Satanic ready as well. We'll try and pop that to buy a bit of time and stay alive through it all.
Oh, no.
A double kill
no.
for Squadix, who has had a spectacular series. This Ember Spirit of Squadix has... Oh, wait, what is he? He's like 20, 24 and 20 or something across 2 games? Ridiculous.
Yeah. And Krillat, massive improvement from the start of the game. Goes from 0-0-0 to 4-0-9. Got a little involved there. Got
Sick.
a little spicy on the Lena. Felt like hitting some heroes.
Spectacular.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. That was a smackdown of a series in a pretty unexpected fashion. And I got to say, I think that Virtus Pro, you know, they played really, really well. And they had some pretty innovative drafts in some ways. Like, I like the way that they picked their cores. They're unafraid to do it early. They weren't so concerned about being counterpicked or anything like that. And I think DarkSide played pretty DarkSide style lineups. There was just a little bit of like, I don't know, incompatibilities, I would say, in their draft, in my opinion, that made it so that unless they played perfectly or they greatly outskilled their opponent, it's going to be hard to win. And they clearly could not outskill Virtus Pro as hard as maybe they felt like they could.
Yeah, and it felt like that mid lane had some serious problems for DarkSide. Like, Rebel just got outclassed 2 games in a row by Squadex Ember Spirit. Ridiculous
Yeah,
stuff.
he got owned.
Oh, what is it? Tiny. It was Tiny Ember. He was 2-6-4 on Tiny, 13-0-8 on the Ember in game 1, and then game 2, pretty much same story. Like Bat does a little bit better, but in the grand scheme of things, didn't seem to matter too much. That's a good. I mean, that's going to make things real interesting. Whenever we see this kind of thing, you know, first week of the DPC, and you've got teams like this taking games off each other. You know, losing to Bet Boom, winning against each other. This is where you start to really make the real important things happen. You get a couple of wins under your belt suddenly. Wait, Virtus Pro 2nd place. How did that happen? Where's DarkSide?
Oh my God, Gary B. Don't look at the building damage column.
Well, now you've said
Stay
that.
away.
Well done, Ramses. Yes, 3.
Yeah, Ramsey's leading the squad with 331 building damage. Wow, that might be some of the lowest building damage I've ever seen in a at least somewhat competitive game.
That's like,
I guess it wasn't very competitive.
That's like on par with the Bulba Magnus,
The Bulba
1200 hero damage or
damage.
whatever it was. Yes. Oh, dearie me.
Oh my God, that's crazy. They did less damage to Billings than Omni Knight.
Yeah. Yeah. He did 520. Yeah. Okay. That's not something I thought I'd ever hear.
Dude, also just there bench pressing the hammer, you know, in the back. Like, oh, yeah, he's huge.
Oh, good.
Just putting the team on my back.
Yeah, a beautiful performance from VP. Great stuff. Yeah, well-deserved 2-0 victory. Out drafting, out playing, out whatever you want to call it. DarkSide looking a little bit tired. Need to figure out what they're doing the rest of the DPC here. There's no shame losing to VP. Like we said, they lost to Bet Boom. They didn't look completely pathetic. They didn't look like they were in the same class as Bet Boom. But yeah, I was definitely expecting DarkSide to come out here with a 2-0, and it just gets completely turned on its head in my perspectives.
Don't forget 4 bounding runes at the start of the game too. I mean, the writing was on the wall in this one. It was that was the end.
Yeah, you got it. But there we go. Last series of the day, all done and dusted. As that rounds things out today for Eastern Europe. Do you know when we're back next, Trent? Is it the 15th?
You and I? No, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow it'll be Rob and Harry
15th
Freak.
Is my birthday, so I'm
is?
taking the day off. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't actually what happened. It is my birthday tomorrow. Yes, I share a birthday with another famous community member, Mr. Sir Action Slacks.
Oh,
unfortunately, I know we're birthday buds. So make sure you guys all wish him a very happy birthday, because you know he deserves it.
He does. He's held Dota 2 together with his own 2 bare hands for the past 4 years. He deserves.
It's cost him everything. His health, his hair. You know.
Oh, dearie me. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in to Rob and Harry Freak tomorrow. Let me just check. There's Na'Vi against One Move at 3 p.m. CET. So there's just the one series tomorrow. And then on the 17th, there's Namiga VP, Bet Boom against DarkSide, which should be a very interesting match. I mean, that's the one we're looking forward to, right?
Especially after this.
Yeah.
So I think we're there for that one.
Yeah, should be. Yeah, very important DarkSide show up for that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. That's it for now, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.
EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.